good conditions, really. It's a little cool, but not too cold to play football in. And certainly I don't think the field has gotten so wet that it'll be really slippery. Might be a little slick down there, but watching the teams warm up, they threw it around and ran around pretty good.
I tell you what, sitting in between you and Al Serraldo on this very historic day, not necessarily just Tech and Georgia, the 1,000th game in Georgia Tech football history, started November 5th, 1892 at Central Park. Captain E.E. West and the Yellow Jackets lost to Mercer that day, 12-6. Kind of neat to be sitting in on game 1,000 here today in Athens.
Well, it's good to be sitting in on any game, particularly when it's Tech Georgia. Always fun, and Georgia's dominated this thing over the last 15, 20 years. Tech trying to get back in the rivalry situation, if you will. They've lost 5 straight, looking to break that string today. So big game for Tech, and obviously a big one for Georgia.
The Jackets come in 5th in the ACC in total offense and 69th nationally. 4th in rushing offense, 40th nationally. 7th in passing offense, 76th nationally. 6th in scoring offense in the ACC, 79th overall. Georgia, 59th nationally in total offense, 81st rushing the ball, 29th passing, and 78th scoring. The difference and really the telltale sign of the Bulldogs' year is in turnovers, where they are negative 11 takeaway giveaway. That is last in the SEC and 100th nationally, averaging almost a full turnover a ball game to their opponents, Kim, through the 10 previous regular season games.
Well, that's something that Tech's got to hope that continues today, because they're going to need some turnovers against this big play Georgia offense. Last week, Georgia fell behind against Ole Miss 14-0 in the first quarter, the opening few moments of the first quarter, and they roared back to take a 27-14 halftime lead, I believe, only to lose that game in the second half. So Georgia has the capability to make big plays, probably better at big plays than Tech here. And Tech, on the other hand, has got to hope that they can take the ball away from the Bulldogs.
Gene Tootle, Adam Meadows, Jason Ferguson, and Corey Johnson are the captains for Georgia. Nate Perryman, Curtis McGee are the Tech captains. In fact, they were elected earlier this week the permanent captains of this 1996 team. Georgia won the toss and elects to receive. So the Bulldogs in red jerseys, white letters and numerals, black trim. They have gray pants. And they'll run up against a Tech squad in white jerseys, blue letters and numerals, gold trim, gold headgear, and gold breeches. And the Bulldogs, who, quite frankly, turned themselves over in the loss to Ole Miss last week, will get it on offense here first.
Florida State has just defeated Florida 24-21. That one's the final. Number 2 knocks off number 1.
Great day, by the way, for Warwick Dunn, Kim, in his final regular season collegiate game.
Boy, he's a tremendous football player. Had a huge day for FSU and was key in that big upset win. And now you just have to sort of see where everything sort of heads towards the number 1 contest in the bowl game.
ACC now 14-11 on the year against non-conference competition with this ball game, and then tonight at Erickson Stadium in Charlotte, 7-3 East Carolina and 3-7 NC State. In fact, it's about 90 minutes away from starting. Hines Ward and Patrick Pass were deep for the Bulldogs. Ward, of course, the junior from Forest Park High School in Rex. Pass is the true freshman from Tucker. Hines Ward averaging 19.3 a return. Had a long of 30 this year at Auburn. That's 12th in the SEC. David Frakes, junior from Rockford, Illinois, has it teed up for the Yellow Jackets, who will move from east to west or right to left here at Sanford Stadium in Athens. 91st meeting. They first met November 4th, 1893 here in Athens. Tech won that day 28-6 to finish the year 2-1-1. Georgia went 2-2-1. And the next year they hired their first paid coach. David Frakes has got it teed up. 5-5 Tech against 4-6 Georgia.
And number 6, Patrick Pass.
Waiting on all the TV folks to join us. Everybody who's here is on their feet, and away we go. ACC crew headed by Courtney Mose. The umpire today is Clark Gaston. He gives David Frakes the green light, and here we go. The right-footed junior to the football, and we're underway. High end-over-end kick toward Ward. 2 yards deep in the end zone. He'll play from there. Kofi Smith had an angle on him, stacked him up at about the 12. Dexter Stallworth slings him to the turf at the 16-yard line.
Good kick by David Frakes that time. Got it. Ward took it about 2 yards or 2 steps in the end zone and elected to come out with it. Kofi Smith, Tech's outside contained man on the left side closest to Ward, came inside. Ward tried to go outside, but was finally wrapped up. Tech stopped Georgia here. Georgia with field position at their own 16.
8 minutes old in this 91st meeting. Daniels and Ward to the far side. Offset I with Callaway and Robert Edwards here off the near hash. Tech with a 4-man front. And Mike Bobo at quarterback for Georgia. Here's Bobo on first down, giving to Edwards. 17-yard line, maybe the 18. He was hit head-on by Justin Robertson, sophomore from Lafayette, Louisiana, making his first career start today.
Georgia trying to challenge Robertson, playing for the injured Ron Rogers at the inside backer position. Just ran the tight tailback isolation. Simpson, the fullback, led up inside, but Tech nailed him after a short yard and a half, maybe 2 yards on the play.
Again, they don't give him much more than about the 17. Let's call it 2nd and 9. Just underway here in Athens. Not yet a minute old on the Marion Berkeley Rolex score clock. 2 to the left and 1 to the right. Allen has joined Ward out there. They spring Daniels here to the boundary at the right. 2nd and 9. Bobo giving to Edwards. Cutting back to the near side. Out of one tackle. Crosses the 20. 25. Maybe out of bounds near another Georgia, or near a Georgia first down. Jimmy Clements shoved him out of bounds, but a great burst of speed by Robert Edwards will move Georgia close to a first down on their opening drive.
They're going to bring the chains in. Edwards run out of bounds over on that bench in front of the Georgia sideline. It was a draw play that time. Brookings came up and read it from that inside backer position. He was keying Edwards, the tailback. Edwards turned, seeing he didn't have anything inside, dashed for the sideline, was able to elude the grasp of Brookings and get outside on the corner before he's finally run out. They're going to check it to see whether or not he's got the game's first down.
Courtney Mose, Little Switzerland, North Carolina, heads this ACC officiating crew, and it is a first down for Georgia. 1st and 10 for Georgia at its 26-yard line. Umpire today, Clark Gaston, Greenville, South Carolina. Linesman Bud Elliott, Round Hill, Virginia. John Godbold, the line judge from Shelby, North Carolina. Side judge Daniel Hogue, Salisbury, North Carolina. Field judge Watts Key, Bedford, Virginia. The back judge, Charlotte, North Carolina's Bob Loy. 1st and 10 for Georgia. Ball at the 26-yard line with 14:01 to go opening quarter. Single receivers left and right. Toss to Edwards. Here comes the reverse to Ward. He's in trouble and we're going to be sacked back at the 19-yard line by Ralph Hughes. Boy, Tech played that awfully well. They were looking to Ward to throw the football, Kim. He's run it on several occasions. I think Juan Daniels was the intended receiver, but Hughes sniffed it out well.
And I think they had Bobo, who had drifted out after he'd handed off back in the right flat. I think if Ward were in trouble, he was going to lateral it out to Bobo to let him try to throw it. Daniels was deep downfield, but Tech's defense just smothered it back to the 20.
They'll pull the tight end Larry Allen out of there, bring another receiver, and that's Corey Allen onto the field, junior from Riverdale. He'll move wide to the left. Ward in the slot at the left, and Juan Daniels here in the boundary at the right. 2nd and 16 for Georgia. Play action to Edwards and Bobo to throw. Up top and beyond the reach of Juan Daniels. Nathan Perryman covering there, or I beg your pardon, Tavares Tillman, the boundary corner, the youngster from Lyons down at Toombs County, covering there for Georgia Tech, makes it 3rd and 16.
Bobo faked and rolled back in the pocket, looked to the wide side of his field, the left side, and then threw back to the right short side, where he had Daniel hooking up on the right, but Tillman, the freshman, was in good coverage. Ball was thrown a little high, incomplete.
They take Clements out, Kim, and George O'Leary's going nickel as he brings a 5th defensive back, and that's Jason Bostic into the lineup against the 4-man package here for Georgia on 3rd and 16 for the Dogs at their 20. Snap to Bobo out of the shotgun. Hughes coming in on pressure. Bobo looking, batted up in the air and incomplete. Patrick Brentford, the 6'3", 287-pound junior from Georgetown, South Carolina. Got a hand up there and knocked it away. Incomplete. Georgia fails to convert their first 3rd down chance. And on 4th and 16, the Bulldogs will punt it away with Dax Langley, the junior from Conyers. Langley, 11th in the SEC at 39.4. He'll kick away to Nathan Perryman, the senior from Columbia, who's 6th in the ACC at 9.1 a return. And here is where, if Tech is going to get an advantage, Kim, it might come in special teams today. Langley punting away. Jackets put some good pressure on, but Langley booms one. Perryman from the 28-yard line has a seam. 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! 72 yards. the Jackets on the board.
West, the kick out was too far. Langley out-kicked his coverage. It was a low line drive kick. He got a boomer off, but he out-kicked his coverage, and when Perryman took it in, the outside men did not have a chance to get under control. He simply put a juke move on them, came right upfield, and with some great turning and twisting, went the distance without being touched. But the kick was out. He out-kicked his coverage on that.
12:46 to go in this opening quarter, and Tech has scored first on Perryman's great return. Snap, spot from Stallworth. Chambers' point after is clearly through. Timeout on the field in Athens. 12:46 to go in the opening quarter. Journal-Constitution scoreboard breaks again to kick it away. Pass, and Ward again deep to receive for the Bulldogs. Breaks has got it teed up. Couple of steps inside the near hash. High. Well, no, a wobbly kick that hits it about the 15. Ward will play from the 7-yard line. Hines looking for a block across the 25 to the 27-yard line. Kofi Smith from Florence, Alabama. Sophomore down to make the stop for Tech on special teams. Kim told you on the initial kick of today's game how important Kofi Smith's role is that outside gunner on kickoff coverage.
The outside man, Wes, on kickoff coverage has to do what the punt return men do. They have to turn the run back man inside, and that's what happened. Tex Wade was able to knock Ward down just shy of the 27.
Allen and Ward to the far side. Daniels here in the boundary at the right. Bobo on first down, tossing to Edwards, running to the left side, looking to get the corner turn. Got a good block out there. He's going to step out of bounds up at the 46-yard line. It'll be awfully close to another first down. Hartwell, Georgia. Sophomore Brian Wilkins runs him out of bounds.
Once again, Georgia blocking real good at Tech's cornerback position that time. They ran it to Tillman's side, the young freshman cornerback. He couldn't get off the block, and that gave Edwards a chance to break contain and finally get run out of bounds, but not before he got it up to the 36-yard line, just about a half of a ball shy of a first down.
Allen and Ward will come now to the open side of the field here at the right. Daniels into the slot at the left. Single back is Robert Edwards. On second and short, and Bobo checking off at the line of scrimmage. He'll give it to Edwards on second and short, through a hole there at the right side, and falls across the 40 to the 41-yard line. Keith Brooking, the junior from East Coweta, playing there for Danny Cronick. The Jackets leader in total tackles and solo hits, makes the stop.
Georgia with 3 wideouts that time, trying to spread Tech's defense and then run it back inside on the zone dive play off the right side with Edwards. Got good blocking, dove forward, tripped up finally at the 41, first down Georgia. That's their second in the ball game.
12 minutes and 10 seconds to go first quarter on the Marion Berkeley Rolex score clock. 7-0 Tech here in the first half of play. Bobo with 2 to the right and 1 to the left, giving to pass now. The young freshman, he cuts back across the 48, steps out of a tackle to the 49-yard line. Brian Wilkins tripped him up, but not before pass runs for 8 yards, and it'll be 2nd and 2. Georgia's found a seam here, Kim, on the ground game.
Once again, Georgia spreading Tech out with wide flankers and split people, trying to stretch and spread the defense, and then came back the left side this time with pass. Started on the left side, saw a little seam back to the right, and had he not had his feet taken out from behind him, would have been a foot race.
Matt Dixon's into the ball game. He's wide to the left side. Corey Allen and Chris McCraney here to the near side for the Bulldogs. 2nd and 2 for Georgia. They're going to toss the pass, running to the right side. First down and more inside the Tech 45 to the Jacket 44-yard line. A pickup of right at 7 yards on the play for Patrick Pass. Jimmy Clements and Justin Robertson make the stop.
Georgia just coming straight at Tech now, trying to get them spread out and then either giving the ball off the tackle slots or at that time the toss pitch to Pass on the right side. And he picked up good yardage all the way to the Tech 44, pickup of 7.
Bulldogs yet to attempt a pass after Bobo misfired on 2 in the opening drive. Daniels to the right. Ward and Allen to the left, past the lone setback. They'll give it to Patrick. He'll cut back here to the right. 40, 35, and knocked out of bounds at the Georgia Tech 32-yard line by Tavares Tillman. A dozen more for Patrick Pass.
Tech had the safety blitz on. They brought Mike D on the left side, and Pass just ran up inside of him. D was coming on the outside. Pass took the handoff in the backfield inside, and then once he broke the line, it was a foot race to the corner, but Tech ran him out of bounds, but not before he got the ball to the 32. Pickup of 12, so Georgia reeling off big yardage in the running game.
Jackets having a hard time stopping the Bulldogs on the ground. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Toss it to Pass, running to the left side. He'll cut the seam at the 30, and down to about the 25, 24-yard line goes Pass on his 4th straight carry. Patrick Pass from Tucker High School. All-America there a year ago, 6'2", 200-pound true freshman. To the 25-yard line, 2nd and 3.
Boy, Georgia, if you look at their running plays on this series, 9, 5 yards, 8 yards, 7 yards, 12 yards, and then that one, 7 yards. They have just been eating up big chunks of yardage, all of it on the ground against Tech.
Pass who spends the summers playing minor league baseball comes out. Robert Edwards is in. 1 to the left, 2 to the right for Georgia. Moving toward the horseshoe end here at Sanford Stadium. To Edwards, he's stacked up at the 25 and driven back 26-yard line by Clements and Brooklyn.
Tackle is led by Robertson.
Loss of 1 on the play.
No gain on the play.
Well, no gain, actually, so it'll be 3rd and 3.
Tech played it pretty tough that time. Tried the run and play with Edwards. Been successful before, but Tech's defense jammed up things inside, stopped him for no gain.
9:42 to go, first quarter. 7-0 Georgia Tech. The eye now with Callaway in front of Edwards. Ward to the near side and Daniels to the far side. Georgia 0 for 1 in 3rd downs. Here's the toss to Edwards. Jackets fighting through, and Hughes makes the hit head on and then pulls Edwards out of bounds at the near sideline. Ralph Hughes has come to play today for the Yellow Jackets, and he draws Edwards maybe another half yard or so back, Kim.
4th and 4 for the Bulldogs.
And now it's 4th and 4, and each time Georgia's gotten to 3rd down this afternoon so far, they failed to cash in.
Georgia drove the ball from their 27-yard line. They did it all on the ground, and after getting a big first down at the Tech 32 and a 7-yard first down gain to the 25 by pass, no gain on 2nd down. 3rd down, Edwards dropped for a 1-yard loss.
Hines is 5 of 7 on the year. Hap Hines, freshman from Marietta, to attempt a 43-yarder. Snap spot, kick is away, and it is good. Timeout on the field. 9:20 to go in this first quarter of play. Georgia's on the board on Hines' 43-yard boot. Tech 7, the Bulldogs 3. Let's check the Atlanta Journal-Constitution scoreboard with Edgar Tragan.
Okay, Wes, thank you. The final from Florida State. The Seminoles over number 1 Florida, 24-21. The final, Warwick Dunn, a career-high 185 yards. FSU will now go to the Sugar Bowl and a chance for their 2nd championship in the last 4 seasons. Elsewhere today, Mississippi State over Mississippi 17-0. Final 8:57 to go in the first quarter. East Carolina leading NC State 7-0. That game in Charlotte.
Back in Athens, Tech 7, Georgia on the board now with 3, thanks in part to Hap Hines' 43-yard field goal. Let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification on the Georgia Tech Football Network.
WCNN North Atlanta.
Turn us on for the best sports coverage in Atlanta. Sports Talk 680, The Fan.
Georgia set to kick it away with Dax Langley doing the honors. Junior from Conyers set to boot it away, and Charlie Rogers and Chris Haney are deep. Charlie Rogers, 2nd in the ACC and 26th nationally at 24-4 a return, including that 76-yarder last Saturday against the Naval Academy, Kim.
Well, he needs a big play here. Tech is yet to run it down offensively. Of course, 9:19 to go here in the first. Georgia Tech, thanks to Nate Perriman's 7. Georgia, thanks to a 43-yard Hap Hines field goal, 3.
Here's Langley set to kick it away. High end-over-end kick. They don't want to give Rogers much room, but Charlie's going to play 2 yards deep in the end zone. Looking for the middle of the field. Got to about the 15-yard line. And Georgia had it handled out there by Gene Tootle, who's the backup at one of the Buck tackles. Tootle, a senior from Cross Keys High School in Atlanta.
Brandon Shaw is going to get the start at the quarterback position.
9:11 to go, first quarter. 1st and 10 for Tech at its 15 with Brandon Shaw at the controls. 6 games under his belt, 48% completion rate, 2 TDs and an interception, an efficiency mark of 116.1. C.J. Williams on first down. Across the 17 to the 18, 19-yard line goes Williams. It'll be a pickup of 4 as Jermaine Smith makes the stop.
Jermaine Smith leads the tackle for
2nd and 6 now for Georgia Tech at the Jackets' 19-yard line.
Zone dive play for Tech. That's a play where they hand the ball in the backfield to Williams off the left side, and he reads where the hole is. He has the option of going wherever they like. That time he took it off the left side, picked up 4.
Jackets starting 2 tight end, both Myers and Bainham in there. Here's Williams on 2nd and 4. Through a hole and near a first down. Maybe enough. Yes, indeed, for the first down. Goes C.J. Williams. It is Ronald Bailey, the junior from Folkestone, not Roland Champ Bailey, the true freshman from Folkestone, who makes the stop from the cornerback spot.
Good blocking on the left side of Tech's offensive line. Curtis McGee opening up a hole for Williams, who darted through and got Tech's first down of the ball game.
Middleton will go wide to the right. Sheridan here to the left. I formation. Lone setback Williams. Again, 2 tight ends against a 4-man front for Georgia. Here's Shaw. 3-step drop. Whips it out in the flat. Caught Middleton. Harvey up across the 33 to about the 34-yard line. Alandis Sims, who transferred, ironically, after becoming the Southern Conference Rookie of the Year at Marshall, down to Georgia, only to have the guy who coached him at Marshall come down here now to become the head coach. Makes the stop, but it goes for 9 yards on Shaw's first pass, Kim.
How do you tell a recruiter you don't want to go to his school, and then all of a sudden he's back at the school you went to? Oops, coach, I'm sorry. I'm glad you're here.
I'll tell you what, Alandis must cherish the playing time he's getting. How's that? 2 to the left. Williams the lone setback. Here comes Myers in motion behind the formation. They'll give it to C.J. He will plow forward for the first down out near the 38-yard line. The Jackets are doing a pretty good job running the football in their own right here. Greg Bright, the junior from Moultrie, makes the stop for Georgia.
Good blocking at the point of attack. The little quick hitter in there with Williams picked up Tech's second first down of this ball game early. 7:30 and clock ticking in the first period. Tech on top of Georgia, 7-3.
They bring Matt Guba in now at the fullback spot. Sheridan to the right, Middleton to the left for Shaw out of the eye. Off the far hash with 7:18 to go opening quarter. Here's Shaw tossing to C.J. Williams. Running to the right side. Got a block from Guba. C.J. to the 40-yard line and no more. Pickup of 3 on the play. Jason Ferguson and Ronald Bailey make the stop for the Bulldogs.
Not much room there on the toss sweep. Ran Sheridan in motion from his right to his left, trying to get a rotation in the Georgia defensive coverage so they could have one more blocker on the point of attack to the right side, but Georgia's defense shut it down. Only 2 yards on the toss sweep on first down.
Middleton will come to the left. Sheridan to the right. I formation with Guba and Williams again on 2nd and 7. At the far hash, they'll toss it to C.J. He'll try the cutback and get nothing out of it. Got back to the 40 and no more. It'll be 3rd and 7.
Same play that time and same defense. Georgia this time, though, knocked him down for maybe, well, they're going to rule no gain back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for Williams.
Paul Snelling's made the stop. Now Tech, who's 3rd in the ACC at 37.7% conversion rate on 3rd down. Georgia defensively is tied for 6th in the SEC in stopping it, allowing 36%. And this is Tech's first 3rd down, a 3rd and 7 at their 40.
Tech's going to have to hurry and get this play off. They're going to have to take a timeout. That's a bench mistake, Wes, when you don't get that play off like that.
Timeout on the field. 5:59 to go in this opening quarter of play. Tech 7 and Georgia 3 on the Journal-Constitution scrimmage. And the host Bulldogs want the partisans here in Athens to become a factor. Jackets spread the field with 4 receivers. Shaw will play from the shotgun with Williams to his left. Georgia showing man-to-man coverage. Snap back to Shaw. Pressure coming. Fires. It is just beyond the reach of Charlie Rogers. Well done by Shaw, Kim. Give him credit here. He sensed the blitz. Looked quickly to Rogers. Just beyond Charlie's reach, incomplete.
Georgia brought everybody that time. They had man coverage. Rogers flanked wide to the right. Did a little short post pattern. But Shaw threw off his back foot. Had to get rid of it. Threw it high, incomplete.
Rodney Williams will punt for the first time today, averaging 37.9, 6th in the ACC. Chris McCraney averaging 3.2. That's 13th in the SEC. Sets up for the return, and Rodney Williams booms a high spiral that McCraney will play from the 14-yard line out of Tillman's tackle now, but not going to get away from the far sideline. And that is Gary Joseph from Hyattsville, Maryland, down on coverage for Georgia Tech, and they trap McCraney at the 18-yard line, and that's where the Bulldogs start with 5:41 to go first quarter and a timeout on the field. Tech 7, Georgia 3 on the Journal-Constitution scoreboard. This is the Georgia will have it 1st and 10 at its 18-yard line when play resumes, and Chris Edwards and Jesse Tarplin have come on now. Kim, and those are 2 fellows who came on last week and did I thought, a super job for Coach O'Leary and defensive coordinator Dave Huxtable.
Well, they're trying to get a lot of bodies out there so they stay fresh and can maintain that pressure and intensity late in the ball game. Coach Larry New has really done a good job of shuffling his various players, substituting up front. And again, what they're trying to do is not only get experience with those players, but also have some fresh legs late in the football game.
Mike Bobo, operating at quarterback, junior from Thomasville High School, played there for his dad, George. Allen and Ward here to the near side. Corey Allen to the far side. Or I beg your pardon, Daniels to the far side. Bobo under pressure. Fires it out of the backfield. Kirchie caught it and got hammered. Jesse Tarplin from Cross Keys makes an impact on his first play from scrimmage. Chris Edwards was bearing down on Bobo, and they lose 9 on the play. Bobo, fearing for his life, bails out to Kirchie, and it cost him 9.
Keith Brookins made the play, Wes. The reason he did, he broke up the timing on the screen play. He came in so hard and so fast on top of Bobo, the quarterback, that it was slow developing. Tech's defense was able to read it, flow out to the ball.
5:04 and counting here, first quarter. 7-3 Georgia Tech. Corey Allen, Hines Ward to the far side. Juan Daniels here in the boundary to the right. Robert Edwards offset out of the shotgun formation of Mike Bobo. Second and forever. Bobo drops back a yard in the end zone. Now in trouble. Dumps it out in the flat. Edwards flat drops it right there at the 10-yard line. Robert took a quick look as the ball was getting to him to see what white shirt and gold hat might be in the neighborhood, and never got the hand and the eye matched up together in coordination, and it's an incomplete pass.
And that's been a problem for Robert Edwards all season, not focusing on the ball. Had a lot of fumbles from the tailback position. That time he was open, a little dump receiver over in the flat. Bobo not finding anything downfield, threw the ball to Edwards, but simply took his eyes off, dropped it.
3rd and 19 for Georgia at its 9-yard line. 3 receivers. Ward to the near side. Corey Allen and Juan Daniels to the far side. Georgia snapped the ball, marker down. And did the Bulldogs draw the Jackets off? Let's wait and see here.
It'll look like Georgia that time. Brad Stafford thought Tech jumped into the neutral zone and pulled the ball.
Courtney Mose.
And that's exactly what's going to happen. 5-yard penalty on Tech offsides.
That'll make it 3rd and 14. They'll move the football up to the 14-yard line. Bradford and Clements back in as Chris Edwards has come out.
Costly penalty for Tech, even though Georgia still has 3rd and long, 3rd and 14. Certainly you don't want to give Georgia anything here, because if you stop them on this, you have a chance to get a good field position exchange out of the punt.
Dixon and Juan Daniels to the near side. Ward and Corey Allen to the far side. Snap to Bobo out of the shotgun. Jackets coming on the pressure. Miles sacks him. And a flag goes down back at the 5-yard line as Jermaine Miles sacks Mike Bobo.
I think they're going to call holding on Georgia here. Let's check the call.
Bobo sacked back at the 5 by Miles, and if it stands, it'll be Jermaine's 9th sack of the year. Courtney Mose.
Face mask Tech. 5-yard penalty.
Repeat 3rd down again, Kim.
Boy, that was a huge sack by Miles all the way back to the 5, but it's going to be negated. Another 5 yards. Tech's defense gives to Georgia there. Ball now just inside outside the 19-yard line. Make it 3rd and a long 9.
Patrick Bradford is the guilty party on the face mask. So now it's 3rd and 9 for Georgia at its 19. Couple of free downs here for the Bulldogs, and the Jackets will have to hold. 3 to the left and 1 to the right. Snap to Bobo out of the shotgun. Here comes Tech, pressuring Bobo again. He'll load and fire. It's caught. Ward, first down. 35 still on his feet. Hines stepping out of bounds up at the 45-yard line. Keith Brooking
got a flag. Check the holding call back at the 7-8-yard line.
That's it. You're right.
They're going to bring it half the distance to the goal. Georgia apparently converted as Bobo found a wide open Hines Ward on the right sideline hooked up. But Georgia's going to have it called back after 2 penalties go against Tech for a total of 10 yards, 5 yards each. Georgia's going to have a huge penalty assessed against them. Flags back at the 8-yard line. That'll be half the distance. That'll bring it back inside the 5, and they'll play it over there.
Stinchcomb, the guilty party, the right tackle. Kim, you're right. They take it to the 5. It'll be 3rd and 23.
So 2 penalties go against Tech, an offsides and a face mask on a sack by Jermaine Miles, nullified by the face mask penalty. Georgia with 3rd and 9 convert, but Georgia guilty of the hold. They're going to bring it back. Now they got 3rd down and a mile.
Again, 4 receivers and Bobo from the shotgun. Snap back. Give it to Edwards on a draw. Out of a hole, Robert Edwards running 15. Out of a tackle, 20. Cuts it back to the far side, 30. First down for Georgia, 37-yard line.
Boy, I'm talking about a huge play, Wes. That may be a huge, huge play in this ball game. Georgia backed up on their goal line at the 5. Tech looking for the throw. They run the draw play to Edwards, broke a couple of tackles, then raced upfield and got a big, big first down for Georgia.
And the first third down conversion of the day for the Bulldogs, who are now 1 of 3, and they converted that one, getting 8 more than needed to the 36. 31-yard run by Robert Edwards. Perryman made the stop. One back set. Here's the tight end Brown in motion. Toss to Edwards running here to the near side. Or pass, I beg your pardon. Hughes fought through a tackle. Pass dodged that one, but then Robertson drops him for a yard or 2 on the pickup here at the near side.
Robertson with the tackle.
Pass gets a couple on the play. 2nd and 8 for Georgia at their 38-yard line, or at its 38-yard line, I should say. Clock continuing to move. 3:18 and counting opening quarter here in Athens. Tech 7 and the Bulldogs 3.
Good play by Ralph Hughes that time. The defensive end just refused to get blocked, turned pass back inside, and that gave Justin Robertson, the linebacker, a chance to come over and make the hit after a short 2-yard gain.
McCraney to the far side. Daniels in the boundary here at the right. Off the near hash on 2nd and 8. Play action to pass. Bobo on the boot. Dumps it out in the flat. That's Allen, the tight end. He caught it and then Larry Brown, the tight end. He got knocked out of bounds near the midfield stripe by Mike D.
Mike D with the tackle.
So Larry Brown goes to the 49-yard line. Pickup of 11. 1st and 10 for Georgia.
Little bootleg action that time. Faking the ball to pass. Bobo rolling to his right and dumping it off to Brown, who was wide open in the flat for another Georgia first down.
McCraney and Hines Ward to the left. The open side of the field. Patrick Pass, the lone setback on 1st and 10. Bobo again with a signal to his receivers. They'll give it to Pass, coming back here to the near side at the right. He breaks the midfield stripe and gets popped out of bounds by Tillman at the 45-yard line. So freshman on freshman there with Tavares Tillman, the 6'2", 180-pounder from Lyons, who played at Toombs County for Mark Stroud, making the stop. Pickup of right at 6, 2nd and 4.
Boy, good play by Mike D that time. He took on 2 blockers. Georgia pulled some linemen out to try to lead pass around that right side, and D clogged things up, gave Tech a chance to come over and make a hit. Not before he got 6 yards up.
7-3 Tech. Ward and McCraney to the far side. Past the lone setback. Here's Bobo on a long count. They'll give it to Pass. Big hole at the left side. Cuts back 35 down to about the 33. Goes Patrick Pass. Pass will get a dozen on the carry. 1st and 10 for Georgia. Tavares Tillman again making the stop.
Little draw play action that time. Bobo going back in the backfield. Handed it to Pass. Big hole on the left side, and the freshman ramble forward inside the 35 to the Tech 34. First down.
Mark it is 11 for Patrick Pass on the carry, Kim.
Georgia now in good field position. They started this drive back at their 18, were dead at their 5, but converted a huge 3rd down play to get a first down.
2 to the right. Here's Bobo. Play action. He'll boot it back here to the right side. Now looking. Fires downfield. Ward with a sliding catch at the 19-yard line. He found a hole in the zone there, Kim, and Hines Ward from Rex makes the catch at the 19-yard line. A pickup of 15 on the play and a first down.
Edwards, no pressure that time, rolling to his, Bobo, I should say, rolling to his right, and Hines Ward hooked up on the right side and just fell down in the zone once he caught the ball. Georgia now has picked up another first down. They're in scoring position at the 19-yard line of Tech.
2 minutes to go, first quarter. 7-3 Yellow Jackets. Ward and Corey Allen to the left. Here's the give to Pass on first down, running to the left side, down to about the 13-yard line. Justin Robertson, the Lafayette, Louisiana sophomore, makes the stop at the 12. It'll be a pickup of 7, 2nd and 3.
Georgia's just been unstoppable on this drive. When they made that big conversion, Wes, back at their 5, when Edwards went 31 yards for a first down, they have just simply been unstoppable since that time on this possession.
2nd and 3 for the Bulldogs at the Tech 12. Less than 90 seconds to go now, first quarter on the Mayer and Berkeley Rolex score clock, and Tech leading 7-3. Corey Allen to the left. Juan Daniels in the slot. Georgia with an offset eye. Marseille Simpson's into the lineup in front of Patrick Pass. Give to Pass inside the 10 and stopped right there. They'll mark it to the 10. Derek Shepard made the stop. It'll be 3rd and a yard for Georgia on Pass's 2nd straight carry and his 5th of this drive.
Mike D coming on the safety blitz that time. Pass took it back inside to elude D, and when he did, he ran into traffic. Stopped after a 2-yard pickup. third down and just maybe less than a yard here.
Chris Edwards hustles in. Mike D comes out. Simpson and pass in the eye behind Bobo. Long count. Give his pass. Oh, and I don't think he got it, Tim. No, he did not. They lose a half yard on it. Bradford fought through first for Georgia Tech to make the stop as they tried the left side with Patrick Pass.
Georgia faced with a fourth down now. Looks like they're going to go for it. They're sending in Robert Edwards. Will check into the Georgia backfield. Pass will check out. So fourth and about a long foot or so, and Georgia's going to try it here.
They got to go to the 9.5-yard line, so let's call it a yard and a half for the Bulldogs.
Georgia 3.
And the quarter will come to a close here in Athens. Tech 7, the Bulldogs 3 on the Journal-Constitution. Tech 7 and Georgia 3 as we go to the second quarter here at Sanford Stadium in Athens. With Al Seraldo, Kim King, this is West Durham, and it's fourth and about a yard and a half for the Bulldogs at the Tech 11-yard line.
And they checked Robert Edwards into the ball game. Look for maybe a toss sweep here. Georgia's run that play in very critical short yardage situations during this season. Now there, Mike Bobo comes off the sideline.
And Odell Collins has come in. Still the only collegiate football player I've ever heard of who got a hamstring pull doing his laundry.
Fourth down, a yard to go for the Bulldogs.
It'll be Marseille Simpson and Odell Collins in the eye behind Bobo. No Robert Edwards at all here for Georgia. On fourth and a yard and a half. Bobo now checking off. They'll toss to Collins, running here to the near side. First down and more. Touchdown, Georgia.
Toss sweep, and Georgia has gone 82 yards in 12 plays. Collins walked into the end zone that time as they blocked Tech's left side. They got not only the first down, but the touchdown. So Georgia on top of Tech 9-7 here with the extra point coming up.
5-minute and 51-second drive for the Bulldogs. And the key play, 3rd and 23 at the Georgia 5, and Robert Edwards ripped off 31 yards. And here's Hap Hines, who has hit all 20 of his point after attempts this year. This one is true as well. Timeout on the field. 14:53 to go in the first half. Journal-Constitution scoreboard. Tech 7, Georgia 10. Will kick it away. Nathan Perryman is deep down there now with Chris Haney. And Perryman, who ran the only, has managed to account for the only Tech score on the 72-yard punt return. Kim, I think this is the first time we've seen Perryman return kicks this year. Here's Langley, a low liner. It'll bounce. Perryman plays from the 8. Nate looking for a hole, and he has got it across the 35 out to about the 38-yard line. He goes on the fly. Corey Johnson on special teams. Glenn Ford, the sophomore from Columbus, make the stop for the Bulldogs. But Perryman is running with a vengeance today, Kim, as we have not seen all year.
Well, that time he just took it right up the middle, got good blocking, broke the initial wave, and got tripped up, but not before he got Tech out to the 38-yard line where Brandon Shaw and mates will put it in play.
14:45 to go, first half of play. 10-7 now in favor of the Bulldogs. 2 to the left and 1 to the right off the near hash. Here's the give to C.J. Williams. A little sprint draw. He spun out of a tackle at the line of scrimmage and falls forward to the 40 for a couple on the play. Jason Ferguson from Nettleton, Mississippi, a former signee with Ole Miss, and Brendan Tolbert from Villa Rica make the stop.
Not much running room that time. Shaw going deep in the backfield, giving it to Williams on the draw play. It was slow developing. Williams took a hit up at the line of scrimmage, but spun off and dove forward to the 40, picked up 2 yards. Tech now facing 2nd and 8.
Charlie Rogers into the lineup. He'll go wide to the left with Middleton, Sheridan, and John Myers here to the right. Brandon Shaw from the shotgun. Georgia puts 5 up in the box. Snap to Shaw. Brandon dropping back. And a bit of a quandary and sack. Gene Tootle coming on the pressure. The bandit backer along with Ramon Cooper make the stop for Georgia. Back at the 27, a loss of 13 makes it 3rd and 21.
Coverage sack that time. Tech in a spread formation. Shaw looking downfield. Georgia playing a 2-deep zone with 5 men underneath. Nobody was open. Shaw took the hit all the way back to the 27. Tech faces 3rd and 21 here.
Tech is 0 for 1 in third down chances today. Rogers and Middleton to the far side. Sheridan and Myers here to the near side. Shaw will play from the shotgun. Georgia's got a 5-man line. Here's Brandon dropping back. Downfield it goes. Caught Sheridan. He's going to get the first down and more. 45 and down to the Georgia 41-yard line. What a catch by Mike Sheridan, and then Kim on his feet and squeezes through a hole to get the first down. Corey Johnson made the stop along with Champ Bailey.
It was a great throw by Brandon Shaw that time. Stayed in the pocket. Sheridan flanked wide to the right, did a crossing route across the middle, caught the ball, and then got it across midfield on into Georgia territory at the Georgia 41. Huge pickup there for Tech.
Kim, I tell you what, that's a lot like Tech, or Georgia converting that 3rd and forever on Tech in the last possession. Rogers in now at the tailback spot behind Guba on 1st and 10. Single receivers left and right. And here's Charlie with his first carry from scrimmage down to about the 37, maybe the 36.5-yard line. Brandon Tolbert makes the stop for the Bulldogs.
Pick up a 4 yards. Rogers just on the zone dive on the right side. Tech got a surge and picked up 4 yards, 2nd and 6.
12:26 and counting in the first half. 10-7 Georgia here in Athens. Sheridan and Middleton to the left this time. Ball in the center of the field on 2nd and 6 at the Georgia 36-yard line, 37-yard line. They'll give it to Charlie Rogers, slipping through a hole. 30, still on his feet. Down to about the 26 goes Rogers. That'll be plenty for a first down. Corey Johnson, the senior from Forest Park, makes the stop, but Matt Guba, the sophomore fullback from Pennsylvania, makes the key block there to spring Charlie. And it is caught. Middleton. First down at the 15-yard line. Harvey Middleton with a diving catch over there in front of Champ Bailey, who was in coverage out of his cornerback spot. It'll go for right at 11 on the play, and a Tech first down.
Good throw by Shaw that time. Faked the ball to hold the linebackers and the safeties. Then Middleton just did a spin out on the left side, deep down and out on the sideline. Ball was thrown a little low, but Middleton made the correction, caught it, fell down at the 15.
Jackets trailing 10-7, but threatening now. 1st and 10 at the Bulldog 15-yard line. Sheridan and Middleton to the right. Here's Guba behind the quarterback in motion to the right. They'll give it to Charlie Rogers, and he breaks the 15 to the 14-yard line. Georgia had Orantis Grant slice in there, the will linebacker, to knock Charlie Rogers down. He fell forward for about a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9.
End of a yard, 2nd and 9.
They turn the fullback spot over now to a tight end, bringing Chris Myers, the sophomore from Panama City, Florida, in there. Matt Guba comes out. Only setback is Charlie Rogers. Middleton to the right, Sheridan to the left off the far hash on 2nd and 9 at the Dogs 14. They'll give it to Rogers. Charlie, 10, spinning through at the 9-yard line where he was stacked up on the play by Champ Bailey. They'll mark it to the 9. It'll be a pickup of 5, make it 3rd and 4, Kim.
Good running by Charlie Rogers that time. Not a lot of room on that right side. It got a pretty good hole at the line, but Georgia closed on it. But Rogers, with that quickness, got it just inside the 10. So Tech's going to be faced with 3rd and a long 4 yards.
They take Tootle and Cooper out of the lineup now to the Bulldogs for this 3rd and 4. Tech 1 of 2 in 3rd downs. Myers and Sheridan to the left. Middleton and Charlie Rogers to the right. Shaw going to play from the shotgun. Snap to Brandon. He'll shoot it back, incomplete, intended for Williams. Georgia bearing down with Jermaine Smith coming on the pressure, the nose guard from Augusta.
Just a little too quick on the throw. He had Williams from the wingback position going out in a little short flat pattern. He was open underneath, but Shaw threw it a little too quick and low. Incomplete. Tech's going to try the field goal with Brad Chambers.
It'll be a 27-yarder off the near hash. Chambers can tie the game if he can't connect. Brad on the year, of course, is 10 of 12. Jim Kircher to snap. Dexter Stallworth to hold. Snap spot. Kick is away. And it is good. Just inside the left upright for Brad Chambers. Timeout on the field. 9:47 to go in this first half of play. And the Journal-Constitution scoreboard finds the Bulldogs and Yellow Jackets tied at 10. Let's check in now with Edgar Tragets and some more numbers on that AJC board.
All right, games in progress, Wes. East Carolina leading NC State 13-7. That ball game in Charlotte, 13:07 to go before halftime. Early second quarter as well. Number 23, Miami of Florida, leading 16th-ranked Syracuse 7-3 in the Carrier Dome. Earlier finals, Mississippi State over Mississippi 17-zip. And, of course, in Tallahassee, Florida State gets the 24-21 win over the Florida Gators.
9:47 to play, first half here in Athens. Tech and Georgia tied at 10-10 with Kim King, Al Serraldo. This is West Durham. Pretty good drive there by the Yellow Jackets, Kim, after the Georgia touchdown drive that kind of broke some momentum early.
Well, it was important for Tech to get some points on the board offensively. Nate Perriman had the 72-yard touchdown return in the first few moments of the ball game, but Tech's offense, only the second possession, stopped by Georgia the first possession, and Georgia had gotten some points, drove down and scored the touchdown to go ahead 10-7. Tech answered with a field goal. Brad Chambers, 27-yarder. That's tied it up here with 9:47 to go. So for both these teams offensively, they've had some big plays. And again, we saw, Wes, as you pointed out, key third down conversion for Georgia Tech. 32-yard pass. Brandon Shaw over the middle to Mike Sheridan all the way to the Georgia 41-yard line. That was a key conversion on a 3rd and long.
Here is Frakes to kick it away. Ward and pass again deep for the Bulldogs. Tech moving left to right in the second quarter of play in Athens. High end-over-end kick. Now this is like a wedge out of Frakes. Ward will play from the 14-yard line. Now he throws across here to the near side to McCraney, and he's going to be hit and dropped at the 28-yard line by Chris Haney. Chris McCraney, M-C-R-A-N-I-E, hit by Chris Haney, Haney, of the Yellow Jackets.
Little trick play that time. Ward coming up to field a very short Frakes kick. He had McCraney out to his left behind him, and as he sort of moved up the middle of the field, Ward, he threw out in the flat, but Tech's coverage was good. Everybody stayed in their lanes. Good discipline by Tech. Stopped him at the 29.
Kim, I tell you what, that was close to being a forward pass by the Bulldogs. 1st and 10 for Mike Bobo. Full house backfield now for Georgia. Here's Bobo on a counter, and this is Robert Edwards coming to the near side, tripped up by Mike D. Fighting through on a block. Mike D stayed with it. Kim, we've talked about D playing with a little extra incentive today, and he shows it there.
Well, he came flying upfield that time from his safety position. Georgia had the counter play, pulled 2 offside linemen, trying to lead Edwards around the left side, but D just reached in there and tripped up Edwards, who stumbled. Got maybe a yard up to the 20, just shy of the 30.
Bulldogs hustle Torin Kirksey, the sophomore from Jacksonville, in now behind Mike Bobo. They bring Dixon and Daniels here to the near side. Allen and Hines Ward to the far side. Now Bobo plays from the shotgun with Kirksey to his left.
Here comes a blitz.
They play action, and this is Kirksey. Big hole, 30, 35, 40. And he'll stretch for the 46-yard line. The ball popped loose, but he was ruled down at the 45. 16-yard play for Torin Kirksey, and Georgia succeeds in spreading the field on Tech and getting the first down.
Well, they had the draw play. Tech had the blitz that time, and they simply ran past Kirksey. He came and broke the wave, and if Tech hadn't made a tackle in the open field, he'd still be running.
Torin Kirksey a year ago in Atlanta went for 99 yards and 2 key second-half scores in the Bulldogs' 18-17 win on Thanksgiving Day. Dixon and Allen to the far side. Here goes Daniels in motion to that right side to join them. And here's Bobo on first down. Looking back near side, setting up blockers for Ward on a screen. Hines skips a tackle at the 40, down the near sideline and knocked out of bounds at the 28-yard line by Brian Wilkins. It'll go for 17 yards. I'm sorry, it'll go for 22 yards on the play. Or 27 yards on the play from Bobo to Hines Ward.
Little screen pass. Edwards, Bobo rolling to his right, throwing back to a screen. Hines Ward flanked to the left, caught the ball and got some blockers out there, and Ward finally run out of bounds, but not until he got it to the Tech 28-yard line. Another first down for Georgia.
Clock stopped, 8:16 to play first half. 10-10 game here in Athens. Single back Kirksey, receivers left and right. Here's Bobo giving to Torin Kirksey, coming here to the near side. Out of a tackle, 25, and slung to the turf at the 22-yard line by Justin Robertson.
Counter play again, been very effective.
They mark it, I'm sorry, Kim, to the 20, so it's a pickup of 8.
Counter play again for Georgia. They're pulled it offside, right guard, right tackle, pulled them around left, fake to the right, and gave it to Kirksey coming back to the left. Got good blocking at the line of scrimmage, finally pulled down at the 20.
8:07 to go, 10-10. On the Journal-Constitution scoreboard. 2 receivers, both go to the wide side at the right. Hines Ward in the slot with Juan Daniels to the right. Kirksey the lone setback, and now Bobo shouting instructions to his receivers. They give it to Kirksey. Boy, did Tech play that well. Mike D again with Jimmy Clements. Both seniors drop Kirksey for a 4-yard loss. That'll make it 3rd and 6. Kim, that's a pretty strong play on 2nd and short by the Jackets defense.
Trying to fool Tech and run the draw play. Been very effective for Georgia today, but that time Tech had blitzing backers. Clements came in from the right side and wrapped up Kirksey in the backfield for a loss of 4.
Clements comes out. Bostic comes in. They bring the 5th back in, the 5th DB. We haven't seen Tech go much nickel this year, but we have seen it here today. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Bobo from the shotgun. From the Jacket 24-yard line. Dropping back, pressure coming, hit as he fires. Incomplete. Intended down the center of the field for Hines Ward.
Good play by Keith Brookin. He's the guy that made that play. Coming on the blitz. Bobo saw him all the way. I've been confusing Bobo and Edwards all game here, and I apologize. Bobo back in the pocket, saw out of the corner of his eye that number 35, Keith Brookin, was bearing down on him, threw it quicker than he wanted to, and that's what caused the incompletion.
So now Hap Hines will try a 41-yard field goal.
41-yard field goal.
Off the near hash. He has hit already today from 43. Back in the opening quarter for Georgia's first point. Snap spot. Kick is nearly blocked. Hines got it away. It hit the upright and kicked through.
The kick is good.
It hit the right upright and bounced right back in. Timeout on the field. 7:16 to go in this opening half. On the Journal-Constitution scoreboard, Tech trailing Georgia deep again. Nate has had quite the day on special teams. Already has run a punt back 72 yards for a score and had a pretty nice return on that last kickoff.
Deep for the Jackets. Langley to kick off for the Bulldogs.
Dax Langley from Conyers to kick it away. High end over end kick. Perryman will field this one from the 2-yard line. Tech splitting the wedge again. Nate across the 25, 30, still on his feet, refusing to go down, and finally thrown back at the 32-yard line. About a 30-yard return by Perryman again. Boy, oh boy, is he giving the Jackets super field position. And now with 7:07 to go in the first half, Tech back out on offense, trailing 13-10.
Good job by Perryman, and he's already had that 72-yard punt return for a touchdown. Previous return got it up to the Tech 38-yard line. Now Tech, pretty good field position at the 31.
So from the 31, C.J. Williams the lone setback. Pair of tight ends and single receivers left and right off the near hash for Marietta's Brandon Shaw. He'll give it to Williams on first down. C.J. to about the 35-yard line.
Greg Bright tackles Williams.
Greg Bright, whose parents were good friends of the former Georgia coach Ray Goff, makes the stop. Goes for 4, 2nd and 6.
Not much there at the line of scrimmage, so C.J. Williams does it on his own as he slides forward and picks up 4 yards to the 35.
That's been about the Tech average, 6 attempts, 3.8 prior to that run by Williams. 2 receivers to the open side at the left. Here's the give to C.J. on 2nd down, scrambling back toward the 38-yard line. Pick up a 3 will make it 3rd and 3. Travis Stroud, the junior from Dunwoody, who played for the former Bulldog assistant David Kelly, who's now on Jerry DiNardo's staff at LSU, makes the stop.
3rd down.
6 minutes, 9 seconds to go first half. Curtis Holloman's come into the lineup. Tech is 1 of 3 on 3rd downs and needs to cash this one in here to have a chance at tying or perhaps taking the lead going to the locker room. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Out of the backfield comes Holloman in motion. Shaw dropping straight back. Blockers are picked up. He fires, caught Middleton. 48-yard line. Harvey Middleton got it right in front of Champ Bailey. And also Brandon Tolbert, the Sam backer, who had dropped off, but that goes for right at 10 yards. Maybe 11, yes, to the 49 and a first down.
Good route and good throw that time by Brandon Shaw. Waited till Middleton cleared the linebackers in their zone drops on the right side. He found a seam in the alley there. Shaw put the ball right on the money, I should say. Middleton did the rest. First down, Tech.
Middleton wide to the left. Sheridan in the boundary here at the right. Tight end to the right with Holloman and Williams in the eye, and Shaw wants a timeout.
Timeout to Georgia Tech.
So timeout on the field. 5:24 to go in this first half of play. And Georgia leading Georgia Tech on the Journal-Constitution scoreboard 13-10. These messages now on the Georgia Tech Football Network. 5 minutes, 24 seconds left to go. First half on the Marion Berkeley Rolex score clock. Tech trailing Georgia 13-10. The Jackets will have it 1st and 10, though, at their 49-yard line when play resumes here, Kim. Tech will have 1 timeout to go in this half. Georgia will have their full 3.
5:24 to go here in the half, and Tech is just converted for their 6th first down of the ball game. Georgia on the other side has 11 first downs. Ball up at the Tech 49-yard line, 1st and 10 there.
Middleton to the left, Sheridan in the boundary at the right, in the eye with Holloman and C.J. Williams. There goes Mike in motion from right to left. Play action to C.J. Shaw on the boot, complete to Holloman. 45, 40, 39-yard line for Curtis Holloman. Alanda Sims, the last guy to have an angle on Holloman, and that's the first time we've seen the Jackets throw on the play on that boot to Curtis Holloman. The fine fullback from Amityville, New York, hauls it in for right at 11 yards and a first down.
Like the call. First down, fake it inside. Holloman, the fullback, goes out in the flat. He was wide open. Shaw hit him quickly, juggled the ball, but pulled it in, got a first down.
John Myers to the left, Sheridan and Middleton to the right. Ball on the far hash with an eye. Guba and Williams behind Shaw. Brandon checking off, looking over a 4-man front of Georgia. Here comes Shaw running the option. He's gonna keep it. He's stacked up at the 38, tried to maintain his balance. They may take it just a step or two inside the 38 toward the 37, but Brandon saw something there option side and took it to the open side of the field on first down, and he'll get a couple. Tolbert and Snellings make the stop.
Checked off to the option play to the wide side of the field. Looked like Brandon saw an advantage in blocking, but Georgia was able to stop it as he tried to keep the ball and cut up inside. Picked up only 2 yards.
Holloman's come back in at the fullback spot in front of Williams. Middleton and Sheridan to the left, Myers to the right. Shaw on a long count off the near hash. Straight ahead it goes with Curtis Holloman. He'll stretch out to the 31-yard line and be close to another first down. Tim, they run the little inside trap there, and Curtis sprung it loose again.
Good call there. Georgia looking for Tech to probably take the ball outside or even throw it, and they came back to Holloman with a quick hit and fullback trap. Tech puts in its short yardage team now. Ball is just at the 31-yard line of Georgia. They've got to get it just shy, not quite to the 30 for a first down.
Craig Page up over the football. Guba, Virgil Johnson, and C.J. Williams in there. Georgia with a 7-man line. They give it to Williams. First down. C.J. in fact cleared that front line and then fell over the 28-yard line to the 27.
Got a flag. Check the flag here, Wes.
Curtis McGee and Chris Myers say it's on the home team.
Williams dove over and got the ball down to about the 27. Georgia offside, so they'll take the penalty. 5-yard penalty from the 31 will put the ball to the Georgia 26. Tech will get a first down that way.
5 yards for being offsides. 1st and 10 Tech at the
Tell you what, Kim, that's one of those plays. If Williams, who cleared that line, comes off and keeps his balance, he may take it.
Got a chance to go when, of course, Tech would have refused a penalty, but an offsides penalty gives Tech another first down on the drive. They started from their 31-yard line with 7:16 to go. Clock at 3:22 and running here in the half.
Middleton to the left, Sheridan to the right. Eye with Holloman and Williams here on 1st and 10 at the Georgia 26. Give is to Holloman. Curtis inside the 25 and down to about the 24, maybe the 23-yard line. That is the second carry for Holloman on the drive. Bailey, Ronald Bailey, and Greg Bright make the stop for the Bulldogs.
3-yard gain.
They mark it to the 23. Let's call it 2nd and 7. Clock 2:53 and counting. Tech's got one timeout. Georgia has all 3 as we work toward the half here in Athens. Sheridan to the right, Middleton to the left. Here's Shaw on a 3-step drop, firing for Middleton. Harvey's got Bailey beat. Can't come up with it. Incomplete. Champ Bailey down there on coverage with Harvey Middleton, Kim. Not a bad call, though, on 2nd and 7. They tried for the touchdown with the All-ACC performer Middleton.
And add man coverage. Georgia had the blitz on that time, and Shaw read it, as did Middleton. Middleton just did an up pattern, trying to run deep through a fade route. Shaw did. Middleton had a step that time, but the ball was overthrown, incomplete.
So now it's 3rd and 7 for Tech, and the Jackets have converted 3 of 5 this afternoon on 3rd down in this opening half. Shaw from the shotgun, Rogers and Middleton to the near side, Sheridan and Myers to the far side. C.J. Williams to the left of Brandon Shaw. Georgia coming across the middle, in and out of the hands of Sheridan, incomplete. Champ Bailey on coverage, but it falls incomplete.
For Sheridan over the middle.
And now Chambers will have to try and tie this thing up.
Boy, he had him open that time. Sheridan from his left coming across the middle. Ball was thrown a little behind him, but he had his hands on it. Should have caught it. Incomplete. Stops a drive, and Chambers is going to try his second field goal attempt here.
Going to be right at 41 yards. Brad has hit today from 27. This is off the near hash with Dexter Stallworth holding and Jim Kircher snapping. Snap, spot. Kick is up, away, and it is no good. Just off to the left. 2:23 to go, first half. Georgia 13, Tech 10. Let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification. Tech runs 10 plays, comes away with nothing, and Chambers just misses off to the left with 2:23 to go now in this opening half of play. And Georgia gets the football back first and 10 at its 23-yard line. Bobo with 3 receivers, 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side. This is Kurtzy on first down across the 30 and dropped at the 34-yard line. Mike D running him down out of Tech secondary with Tavares Tillman.
Boy, that's that counter play again, and Georgia's had great success with it that time. Kurtzy broke the line and had big yardage as he got the ball up to the 34-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards, another Georgia first down. Stops the clock momentarily at 2:10. Now the clock is put in play. Georgia has all 3 timeouts.
Kim, the Bulldogs have got all 3 timeouts, yeah, as you said, too. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Here's Bobo on a straight drop. Looking downfield, and it is caught by Juan Daniels at the Georgia Tech 43-yard line.
Complete to Daniels.
Tillman covering there for the Yellow Jackets.
Tillman with the coverage.
Bobo had all day back in the pocket. Tech got no pressure that time on Bobo, and he waited till Daniels worked open on the left sideline through a perfect strike. First down, Georgia. Tech's got an injured man, Patrick Bradford, sort of bending over back there around the midfield stripe, and he's going to come out.
Dan Witherspoon hustles in after the 23-yard pass completion. Jay Shoup will hustle out and check on the Georgetown, South Carolina junior Patrick Bradford.
And West, now Georgia's getting in scoring position, getting very close here with the ball at the Tech 43. Clock is now stopped at 1:57 when Daniels was tackled, pushed out of bounds. Georgia again with all 3 timeouts. They've got plenty of time here to get more points if Tech's defense can't hold them.
Daniels and Dixon to the near side. Allen and Hines Ward to the right. Pass the lone setback, and it's pass out of there with it. And he is dropped just inside the 40 at the 39 by Justin Robertson.
Robertson with the tackle.
That'll be a pickup of 4, 2nd and 6 at the Tech 39-yard line.
Georgia going with no huddle here, trying to get as many plays off as they can. Clock at 1:40 and running.
And 3 timeouts in tow. 4-man front for Tech. Here's Bobo on 2nd and 6. Under duress, fires downfield. Daniels is there. Caught. Touchdown, but hold on. There's a marker back at the 23-yard line. Juan Daniels got behind Mike D. I think it's going to be offensive pass interference on Daniels, though. It is. Holy cow.
Daniels pushed off on D. Flags up there at the 24.
The flag came very quickly as well, I might add. Kim, there was no hesitation in throwing it. In fact, it was thrown as the ball was still in midair.
Yeah, that's a rotation of down. That's a loss of down. They had a pick play is what they had that time. They ran the inside man on a pick, ran into coverage, the cover man for Tech on that side, and Daniels came off of him. That's what the call was, a pick play, illegal.
Yep.
So offensive pass interference, huge penalty, 15 yards and loss of down.
Nullifies a touchdown from Bobo to Daniels. Places the ball back at the Georgia 46-yard line where it is 3rd and 21.
Well, no, I'm sorry. It doesn't cause, well, it should be. I think it is 3rd down, but the
snap to Bobo out of the shotgun. Looking to his right. Fires in and out of the hands of Allen and a marker down.
Got another flag.
Line of scrimmage is where the flag was thrown this time. Over there by the linesman, Bud Elliott.
Going to be against Tech, lined up off sides, I believe.
Courtney Mose.
Yep, 5 yards on Tech.
Still 2nd down, right. 2nd and 16 now. Up at the Tech 49-yard line.
All is placed just inside Tech territory.
1:21 to go. Georgia's got 3 timeouts. Tech has 1. The Bulldogs lead the Jackets 13-10. Bobo again from the shotgun with 4 receivers. Here comes the pass and underneath to Hines Ward. Derek Shepard chasing him, tripped him up, and Ward slipped down back at the 42, down at the 42-yard line. Shepard did a heck of a job coming out of his lineman spot to stop Ward for just a pickup of 7 or 8. Let's see, they mark it at the 41. Let's call it 8, 3rd and 8.
Clock inside of 60 seconds now and running.
Here's Bobo dropping back, firing downfield. Daniels is there again, beyond his reach, incomplete. Mike D covering. Kim, almost the same play they threw for the touchdown when the pick was called, or the pick play was called. And with the incomplete pass, Georgia brings it back to the 41.
I'll tell you this, Wes, if I'm Georgia and I see D out trying to cover Daniels, who has superior speed, I'm going to go deep too. Tech's going to have to give some help and support with Wilkins, a strong safety. 4th down, Georgia's going for it here. Clock is stopped at 48 seconds. And again, Georgia, as we mentioned, has all 3 timeouts left.
4th and 8 for the Bulldogs at the Tech 41. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. High snap, Bobo hauls it in, looking here near side, fires, and it is incomplete, intended for Daniels, and Keith Brooking popped him as he let it go. Jim Donnan is absolutely furious with one of the back judge, Bob Lawing, I believe, is who he's upset with. He wanted pass interference on Brooking. It falls incomplete. Georgia fails to convert on 4th down, and with 40 seconds left and 1 timeout, Tech gets the ball back.
Well, Tech now with 1 timeout got a chance to work some pass plays in the 2-minute offense and get it into position.
Williams and Rogers are in there with 40 seconds left to go. 1st and 10 for the Jackets. Ball at their 41-yard line. Shaw from the shotgun with 4 receivers. Snap to Brandon. Dropping back, looking downfield, in and out of the hands of Sheridan. Bright there on the coverage with Tolbert for Georgia.
Boy, John Myers running a streak pattern up the left side of the field. Got behind coverage that time. I'm not sure whether Shaw had a chance to pick him up, but maybe the coaches up here spotted it and tipped him off, but he got behind coverage then.
Let's see what happens here. That youngster from Parkview, Kim, can really pick him up and put him down, can he?
Well, that's what you have to have. Speed at the wide receiver, extends the field, and it opens things not only deep, but underneath.
Georgia's showing man-to-man coverage here, too. Shaw from the shotgun again on 2nd and 10. Pressure coming. Brandon's got a look. Dodges 1 tackle. Coming near side. Fires, and it is just beyond the reach of Middleton. Incomplete. Georgia had Kirby Smart back there in coverage. Sophomore from Bainbridge. Clock stops with 26 seconds left, and it's 3rd and 10 for Tech now at its 41-yard line.
I like the way, though, Brandon Shaw is operating, Wes. He looks poised. He's not panicky back there. That time he got flushed out of the pocket. Pressure forced him to roll out of there on the right side, and on the run, almost came up with a big reception down around the Georgia 40-yard line.
John Myers and Mike Sheridan will go to the left. Harvey Middleton and Charlie Rogers to the right.
3rd down, 10.
Georgia again showing that man-to-man. Here's Shaw, and he's going to draw. Brandon's out of there. 1st down and more. Into Georgia territory down to the 46-yard line. Corey Johnson, the free safety, up to make the stop with 19 seconds left to go, and Shaw's limping just a little bit. Timeout called for by the Jackets with 19 seconds left to go on a 13-yard run by Shaw.
Good decision by Shaw, Wes. I don't think that was a quarterback draw. I think he saw the pressure. Georgia in a blitz situation. He read the coverage. They were playing man locked up on the receivers, and he saw nobody in the middle and a huge seam in there, and he just took off for the races, got across midfield to the Georgia 46 for a 1st down.
Guba did a heck of a job, Kim, establishing the block up the middle for him, too.
That's the 9th 1st down and a half for Tech. Georgia, on the other hand, has 13.
Kim, given all the scenarios that were spelled out, the Hamilton injury, Ron Rogers not dressing for the game, not a bad half by George O'Leary and his club coming in here.
Well, that's true. 13-10. It's a close football game, and certainly both teams are moving the ball pretty well. Defensively, Tech came up with a stop on Georgia's last possession. Georgia went for it on 4th down up at the Tech 42-yard line, but Bobo threw incomplete for Daniels. Keith Brookins in coverage, and then Tech's taking over from their 41, and after 2 incomplete, Shaw on the quarterback keep up the middle, rambles down to the Georgia 46-yard line, where it's 1st and 10 for Tech. 19 seconds to go in the half. Tech has no timeouts left.
Brandon hobbling a little bit. He's got Guba back there now, and 3 receivers all to the left side. Out of the shotgun, here's Shaw dropping back. Tootle coming on the pressure. Shaw fires. It is caught.
Got a hole.
35-yard line. Out of bounds he goes, but hang on. Let's check the marker. Back in Tech territory at the 44.
Oh, I'm telling you, that flag came in there at the worst possible time. Tech's going to be called for a hole, though. They're going to bring this one back, all the way back at the 44-yard line. So Shaw on a great throw that time. got Tech into field goal position at the Georgia 23, but it's going to be nullified as Tech's going to have 10 yards. Flag is back at the Tech 44. That'll move it back to the Tech 34-yard line, and with only 12 seconds to go, you can try a couple of Hail Marys here. It's about all Tech has a chance to do. George O'Leary furious on the sideline.
Ball is at the 44, and now they'll move it to 10 for the first down. Back to the Tech 34-yard line.
That flag, West, was thrown way back in the secondary, back upfield. It was not called by the referee, who usually is watching those kind of hold calls, and I think that's why George O'Leary was upset on the sideline. The official that was on top of the play didn't make the play. The official back in the secondary did for a holding call back around the passer.
Tech's got to go roughly 40 yards for a first down. And about 60-some for a touchdown. There's Shaw firing deep. Sheridan there. It's intercepted by Champ Bailey at the Tech 38-yard line with 4 seconds left. Looking down the far sideline, Bailey steps in front, and Shaw is picked off for the second time this year with 4 seconds left to go. And really, quite frankly, after the hold, that's all Tech had basically in their power to go for.
That's about all you can do. It's just a Hail Mary type throw and hope something good happens. That time threw over and a bunch of red shirts came up with it for an interception with 4 seconds. I looked for Bobo just to kneel down with this one.
Mike hustling out, getting the helmet on. Georgia will take a 13-10 lead to the locker room. By the way, for Champ Bailey, that's his first interception of the year. True freshman out of Folkestone.
Oh, Georgia looks like they're going to wing it down there and try something big.
Sure are. Final play of the first half. Bobo from his 39-yard line. Rolling, and now going to step out as the horn sounds. Throwing down the field. It's caught. Daniels, oh my goodness, open field, 35. 30, still on his feet. Finally dropped at the Tech 24-yard line. Things got scattered enough. Brookings stayed back in coverage and made the tackle. The first half comes to a close, Kim, but those kind of things get a little scary.
George O'Leary looking for the official. He wants to talk to him coming off the field, and the official goes over to talk to Coach George O'Leary, who is still upset about the holding call.
So at the half, Georgia leading Tech 13-10. Stay tuned. Edgar Trakett's in the scoreboard.
Lead, and the Dogs will be putting it down on the tee and kicking it off. They'll be kicking from the bridge, and Tech breaks out to return going down to the east side. And Tech will have Haney and Parriman as the deep men, and Parriman's the guy with 2 minutes and 14 seconds gone in the first quarter, who streaked 71 yards on a punt return running straight down the middle. And the kick had been a very good kick at that. Dogs with a 3-point lead, reaching for more as the half ended and running out of time. But just before they were reaching for more, Tech had been reaching, at least for positioning on a field goal. 5 long drives in that first half and 1 missed field goal. Now Georgia kicks off with Dax Langley. We dribble the ball on the ground, a high bouncing ball over one man. Tech has to dive on the ball on the 23-yard line. Georgia came reasonably close to recovering a misplayed kickoff, yet it actually hit the ground in front of one of the upbacks on the 35, went straight over his head, and they went down by another man, and Chris Haney was the one who then came up. One of the deep men came up and curled around the ball. It's put on the Georgia Tech up to the line. Quarterback is Brandon Shaw. They're in an eye with Williams and Gubba. Toss sweep to C.J. Williams at right tackle. And the defense, as a linebacker step in, will help him on the 27, knock him down about 3 yards. It's a field goal ball game early in the third quarter. Jason Ferguson, boy, will we miss him next year. Alanda Sims, another senior, will miss off the defense. Sims coming up from strong safety. 2nd and 7. Georgia Tech on their own 27. They are in an eye with 3 wideouts. Shaw underneath. Acted like an audible, and he dropped the ball, and then he curled on the ball right away, and we had a big lineman, Paul Snellings, drop right on him to try and yank it away. Tech fumbled a handoff, lost a yard on the play, back to the 26. It's 3rd down and 8. Tech is behind 13-10, very, very early in the third quarter. Again, the crowd in attendance is in the 70,000 class somewhere, but all 86,000 seats were sold a long time ago. Tech goes to 4 wideouts on 3rd and 8, and they go on a shotgun. Shaw behind the line, takes the snap, and comes racing up to the 25, to the 30, and got hit from behind by Raymond Cooper, a linebacker up on the 31-yard line. He got about 5 yards on the play. Tried to run a quarterback draw, though he retreated first. They put it back in the 30. He actually gained about 4. It's 4th and 4, and they'll have to punt. And Rodney Williams, the kicker, is in for Tech. 4th down and 4. Tech hurried up to get into the punting situation. Tech punting. Good spiral. And Georgia catches it over around the 25-yard line. Corey Johnson, and he got knocked down there. He caught it near the sideline, tried to curl back toward the middle of the field, and could not move at all. Alex Thompson on the kick covering team for Tech. A quarterback was a guy that actually hit him on special teams. It'll be Georgia's ball on their own 25, first down. With a pretty good kick, 45 yards and no return. Georgia's got Robert Edwards at the tailback. Daniels and Allen and Ward will probably be the receivers, and they are as they break out, 2 to one side and 1 to the other. Bobo, toss sweep to Robert Edwards. Needed a block, got outside, not quite, leaned in and only got a couple of yards. Didn't go all the way to the corner, tried to lean in. Tech blitzed one guy up inside, and we barely knocked him down in time. Nathan Perriman, the cornerback from Columbia, South Carolina. The guy with that long punt return earlier was the guy that made the stop on Edwards out at left end. 2nd and 8. Tech with 3 men wide. Tech is 4-4, almost a 5 now. Bobo back to pass, fires and complete, and they hit him on the 32. He hit Corey Allen on the 32, and Perriman hit him right there. Threw it over in the right flat for 4 or 5 yards. Up to the 32-yard line. It's now going to be 3rd down, about 2.5. Slanted that thing into Allen, one of the receivers who barely caught it, and Tech knocked him down. Tech, by the way, had blitzed a linebacker off that corner right at the last moment. Georgia, 4 receivers, 1 running back. Tech's in a 4-3. Bobo, 3rd down and 2. Going to keep it, run an option, and pitch it out to Edwards. Try to get him out. They knocked him down. It might be shy of a first down on the far left corner. They could not get him out on the corner. Not quite around the corner. Got him on about the 34.5. It's awfully close. And the officials may take a look there. It may be close, but from up here, it's a few inches shy. Ball is almost touching, but not quite touching the 35-yard line. It's right by the chains and the sticks. For some reason, they're going to move it in and look at it, though they're within a foot or 2 of it anyway.
And it's shy by about the length of the football, Larry, so decision time for Georgia here.
Dogs on their own 35. 11:32 in the 3rd quarter, leading 13-10. And they'll kick it away, apparently. 4th down and inches early in the 3rd quarter. And Nathan Perriman goes back in single safety for Tech. And they'll load 8 men up in the middle and come after the punter that way. 2 men split out to handle our cover men. 4th down. Less than a foot for a first down. Georgia inside their own 35-yard line. Langley to punt. And the snap is good, and the kick is a good spiral. And Perriman up to catch it on the 22 and got hit right away on the 24 by Champ Bailey, that young cornerback. Bailey hit him immediately, about a yard return. 43-yard punt, 2-yard return to the 24, and Tech will be first down there. Georgia leads 13-10. Timeout here. Pause for first down on their own 24. Brandon Shaw still running them at quarterback. No, that might be Joe Hamilton. That might be Hamilton, who has been injured, and Shaw had played the first half. Joe Hamilton is now the quarterback. Fumbled the snap and picked it up, and the Dogs knock him down. He got a yard on the play. He fumbled the first snap, but was quick enough to pick it up and step forward a yard to the 25. 2nd down and 9. Joe Hamilton in for the first time, a redshirt freshman. from St. Stephen, South Carolina. Second down, 9, 13-10 Georgia, early third quarter. Hamilton, toss sweep, C.J. Williams at our right tackle, and the mass of red shirts driving back. That was Charlie Rogers, the number 2 running back, who went into that tackle. Talbert and Bright, the linebackers. Jason Ferguson, the big tackle. Play one a couple yards to the 27. Third down and 7 for Tech. They went to their left tackle, or Georgia's right. Dogs lead 13-10 with 10:23 to go. Tech is only a field goal behind. They come up to the line. Joe Hamilton, the quarter. When will he run that option? They put the fullback in motion. 3 wideouts. Hamilton now, there is he sprinting out. Talbot from behind caught him and threw him for a loss on the far right corner. Brandon Talbot, about a 4 or 5 yard loss. Back on the 22.5 yard line. Let's see where they spot the ball. Just inside the 23. Tech becomes 4th down. He sprinted out to the right, but kind of in a deep arc. And Rodney Williams to punt for Georgia Tech. Tech is 4th down and 11. And Williams punting. Short spiral, McCraney over to his left, and one man hit him right away. He caught it on his own 38 and got driven out of bounds into the Tech bench hard. Good 40-yard kick. No return whatsoever. Tech had a man right on him. 9:22 to go. And we may have time called here in this third quarter. Dogs still lead by a field goal, 13-10. Timeout, these words on the Georgia up to the line on their own 38. 1 running back, 3 receivers right. Pass out in the flat, complete to Hines Ward, who's going to get himself about 7-8 yards across the 45. Justin Robertson, a linebacker, hit him. From the 38, the play went to the 46 for 8 yards, 2nd down and 2. Dogs stacked 3 receivers right and then immediately just simply straightened up and threw it out there. 2nd down and 2. 13-10, Georgia leading. 8:54 to go in the third quarter. Now we split 2 men out, have 2 tight ends in there, have 1 running back. Bobo underneath. Couldn't find a ball carrier, got in trouble, is trying to turn around and run, and they sack him on the 40. He missed handing it off to Patrick Pass. Broken play in the backfield. Shepard, the tackle, got him. Bobo turned and looked. There was nobody to hand to. He tried to lamely turn and come back again, then to the right, do anything, and couldn't save it. And they lost 5 big yards in the play back to the 41. A busted play between the quarterback and the running back. 3rd down, 6.5. That really hurt. Atlanta Journal-Constitution scoreboard. East Carolina 22, North Carolina State 13 in the third. We go shotgun on 3rd down. And they blitz him up the middle, and then 3 men hit him back between the 30 and 35.
Throw a flag on that.
Now they throw a flag. One of the Tech 3 men that kept driving him way back behind the play did something right at the end, and Tech, meanwhile, had a long sack anyway. Bobo was going to have about a 10-yard loss, but now let's catch the call.
Well, they were blowing the whistles before the play really got going, and Tech just never stopped. 3 linemen had Bobo by the shirt collar, just tossed him back.
Delay of the game on the offense, 5 yards. Dead ball, personal foul on the defense, 15 yards, 1st down.
2 penalties. A delay of the game on us. I did not see it. And then a 15-yard roughing penalty. We're going to have a 1st down anyway. You take it. You cover. Handoff to Edwards. Nobody there, and they'll knock him down. He came off the 1 blocker who had pulled out, and they lost big yardage back to their 45. Mike D., the strong safety, who had come up on the corner. The blocker pulled and tried to take him and couldn't. Loss of 6 yards. 2nd and 16. You remember we had a lot of marches on the ground in the first half. The Tech could not stop. They are stopping him in the third quarter. 7:05 and the clock running. 13-10, Georgia leading. The offense sputtering here. 2nd down, 16, shotgun. Tech coming up on the corners. Bobo back to pass. A long pass to Juan Daniels, who never turned around. Beat his man running down the side, and the ball was on the other side of his body. He never saw the ball.
Well, that had touchdown written all over it. If Juan Daniels just looks to his outside shoulder instead of his inside shoulder. He had his man beat by at least 2 steps and maybe even 3, and it just landed to his right, and he never saw it.
3rd down, 16. 6:47 to go. Offense going nowhere in the 3rd quarter. Dogs lead 13-10. And Tech every once in a while sprints men up on the corners, and they really come in there. 3rd down, snap on a shotgun to Bobo. Got time, throws to Matt Dixon complete, but they hit him right away, and they only got 6-7 yards. Flag down, catch the call. Might have a face mask. Matt Dixon, senior receiver, leaped and caught a ball for about 6-7 yards. There will be a face mask penalty, I think, on the play.
Face mask, 5 yards on the defense.
6:38.
3rd down.
So from the spot where he caught the ball and the face mask was grabbed, which was roughly the 48, they'll step off 5 yards down to the 43, and down remaining the same. We're now 3rd and 3, and the Dogs have a chance for a first down. But the running game so far is stopped dead in the 3rd quarter.
That's what makes that play so huge, Larry, the fact that they get the down over. I mean, that wasn't going to be a first down with the penalty, but they get the opportunity to go again on 3rd and short distance.
Georgia, 4 wideouts, going a shotgun on the Tech 43. 3rd down and 3. Bobo waiting, takes a snap, going to run that draw, and Robert Edwards to the 40, to the 36, 35, 34, out of bounds. And a first down as he picked his way down the right side. Do we have a late flag? Catch the call here. Mike D., the strong safety, was the first white shirt that grabbed him. And now let's catch the call. 3 or 4 officials all together.
On the offense.
No, holding penalty on Georgia. Remember now, we've had 1 touchdown call back today. And now we have just killed ourselves with a crucial holding call right here. After getting a first down, about a 9-yard play. The ball now is back out on the 45.5. The holding was right where the tackler was knocked out. The penalty took it back outside the 45. 3rd down, 6.5 now, almost 7. Still working on the same sequence of downs late in the 3rd quarter. Shotgun, 4 men, 3 of them to the left. Bobo to pass. Down the middle, and it is complete. Juan Daniels. It'll be a first down at about the 32.5. Brian Wilkins hit him. Juan Daniels caught a fine ball left to right. Tech's got a man hurt, but the Dogs have a big tackle with a hurt wrist. Adam Meadows is hurt. His left arm, tackle, or hand. Tech's nose guard, Patrick Bradford, is hurt. Georgia loses a big starting tackle here. Kenley Ingram has to come in. Tech's got a man down on the 50. Juan Daniels caught a ball, was hit immediately. It's just outside the 31 where it'll be a first down, but Tech's got a man hurt back in the 50, and Georgia's got their big starting tackle, Meadows, taken out of the lineup. Journal-Constitution scoreboard: Miami 28, Syracuse 10 in the 3rd, and Southern defeated Grambling 17-12. Tech's Bradford is being led off the field slowly, but he's up. Pause for station identification here on the Georgia Bulldog Radio Network.
You're getting your dog fix, where you get your news first, fast, and local. Weekday mornings with Atlanta's Morning News, 5 till 8:30. News Talk 750 WSB Atlanta. Depend on it.
5:54, now less than that, and the clock running. Dogs have a first down as Bobo threaded the needle with that ball on the Tech 31. 1 running back, 3 receivers left, and the running back is a little to the left, too. Back to pass. They throw in the flat to Hines Ward. 1 man comes up and hits him immediately behind the line of the 35. Keith Brooking, one of those great linebackers. They got an army of linebackers, all from this state. He just dumped it out on that left flat, and Brooking hit him a 4-yard loss. Tech read it. We had 3 receivers out there, and the back was shifted over toward the end. We dumped it to the back, and here came that backer flying up in there. 2nd down, 13. Boy, are we having trouble moving that football. but we lead 13-10. One receiver left, two to the right. Bobo underneath. Two running backs. Tech wants to come off the corner, and we're going to throw a long pass down there, and it is incomplete. Drop barely as Perriman covered Corey Allen. Long 35-yard bomb down the right side, and Corey dove and bounced off the ground and couldn't hold on to it. Third down. 13-10, and was he hit right as he threw it. Loran, what do you got?
Got a sprained AC joint for Adam Meadows, but Dr. Butch Mulheron said he should be able to go back. We'll have to wait and see, however.
Georgia up to the line on the Tech 35, just having so much trouble moving, but both of them are in this quarter. Shotgun. Tech's going to come up on the corners. Snap at the Bobo. They come up the middle also, and they sack him way back behind the line. Two or three of them. Mike D, the strong safety, brooking the linebacker. Tech's putting an awful lot of defense on that field in this third quarter. Deep loss back to the 46. And Georgia will be 4th down and 25 or 30 to go and have to punt it away. 4th and 25.
Well, when you blitz like that, that means your secondary drops into single-man coverage, and the Georgia Tech secondary staying right on the Georgia receivers, and Bobo has nobody to throw it to.
That time they blew a man up the middle and a man off each corner. Langley to punt. 4th and long. The drive is stopped. And we get off a short kick. Tech comes up to catch it on the 15. The first man misses him, and then they rack him on about the 23-yard line. Nathan Perriman trying to pick his way right up the middle. He had a man close to him when he caught it. Tech will be 1st down on the 23. Journal-Constitution scoreboard. Miami 35, Syracuse 10 in the third. Timeout here on the Georgia Bulldog Radio Network.
But neither offense has been able to generate much of anything here in the third quarter. In fact, Georgia has been held to minus 16 yards rushing the football since the second half began, Larry, and that was their bread and butter in the first half, but they still lead at 13-10.
4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Strange quarter. From sitting up here, and we are not down on the sidelines, to here or see closer, ball game is getting a little rough. Tech has changed quarterbacks now. Hamilton goes back out. He's played most of this third quarter. And Brandon Shaw, who started the game, is now back in. Tech's in an eye on their own 23. They bring one of the receivers. They had a man on each side in motion. And Shaw then gives to C.J. Williams, who cuts into the middle, and the defense meets him on the 25.5 or so. C.J. Williams straight ahead. And he picked up maybe 3 yards. He ran head-on into Jermaine Smith and Jason Ferguson. Those two big tackles who will graduate, and that hurts so much. 2nd down and 8. Tech up to the line on their own 25.5. They got about 7.5 or so to go. One back. Brandon Shaw underneath. He's going to take it and gives it to him, and we sack him behind the line. Jermaine Smith got C.J. Williams behind the line. They had pulled a lineman. They were going at their left tackle. Ball back on the 22-yard line. A loss on the play of about 5, 4.5 or 5 yards. Tech is 3rd down now and about 11 or 11.5. They're on their own 22. And they're waiting for a play. They're also waiting for the fullback to get out on the field. Guba. Now they're going to have to call time. Tech has to kill a timeout here. Tech calls time. 2 minutes and 49 seconds to go in the third quarter. Some of our defensive players ask for the crowd to get in it. Tech puts 4 receivers out, goes shotgun with Shaw. 3rd and 11. Shaw takes it and drops back, dumps it right across the line, complete, and our cornerback is up there, Ronald Bailey, to hit him right away. Flag down. They threw to C.J. Williams, who had lined up as one of the wideouts, who slanted across the middle. And let's catch a possible penalty here. Officials coming to tell us.
It's a dead ball. False start on the offense. 5 yards.
5-yard penalty on Tech.
3rd down will be repeated.
They'll repeat the down.
5 yards for a false start.
False start, they say. Back to the 17 goes the ball. Third down and about 16 to go. And again, some of our players asked the crowd to get behind the defense. Tech, third down, 16. They're on their own 17-yard line. They go to a shotgun again with 4 wideouts. Now Shaw walks up toward the line, and what we got going? Did somebody blow a whistle? What do we got? And the clock is running on down. Let's catch the call.
Reset the clock to 2:49. 2:49.
They're telling them that 4 seconds too many ran off, and they want them to fix the clock. Sometimes that can be trouble. Nope, they click it right over. 2:45 back out to 2:49. Tech comes up to the line again on their own 17-yard line, and they need 16 yards for a first down. They're in a shotgun. Snap. We're chasing the quarterback behind the line. 2 men are. He rolls to the right. Brandon Shaw throws on the run. We deflect it, and we intercept on a deflected ball before it goes out of bounds on the 48. Somebody leaped up in front of the receiver, Glenn Ford, and Champ Bailey caught it behind him on the 48. Just before, inches before he went out of bounds. Dogs had 2 big defenders chase that quarterback across the field. Talbert and Jermaine Smith couldn't quite get him. He stopped by the far side, threw a long strike down the right side. We deflected and then intercepted behind him. 2:39, and Georgia gets the ball back. And on the Tech side of the 50, the 48, still leading 13-10. Patrick Pass, a running back. They have not allowed us to reestablish that running game. Boy, their secondary's up close, too, right now. Tech wants a blitz off the corner. We go to pass, and they'll bottle it up after 1.5 yards. We slanted it right tackle. They will not let us run at all in this quarter. D, the strong safety, and Brooking, the linebacker. We even had a fullback in there, but there was just too many white jerseys, and the play moved 1 yard, 2nd and 9.
Gain of 1 yard, 2nd and 9.
Football at times is a chess game, as you know. Tech has really adjusted their defense and stopped that ground game dead in this half. And boy, we were moving that ball in the first half. 2 running backs now. 2 receivers. Bobo drops back and throws one long down the middle to Juan Daniels. Touchdown!
Bulldogs been working on that for quite some time. They've gone to Daniels time and time again. He's beaten his man all night long, and they finally get him one. And the end result is 6 points.
19-10. Yeah, I guess that's 3 plays when he has beaten a defensive back. And remember, we've had a touchdown call back tonight. Hap Hines to try the extra point. It's 19-10. Snap. It's set down. The kick is up. And no good. They missed the extra point. It stays at 19-10 with 1 minute and 55 to go in the third quarter. Timeout. These words on the Langley dribbles another kickoff on the ground, picked up on a bounce on the 18-yard line by Chris Haney of Tech, and we'll mob him around the 30. We are dribbling the kickoffs, wary of their return. Champ Bailey on the tackle on the special teams on that kickoff. Loran, what do you got?
Larry, I like Juan Daniels. He has smiling eyes. There's enthusiasm in his makeup. He likes to run and play on Saturday. And good job there. But I still say the defense has got to win this ball game. The defense set that touchdown up. Georgia lost a little something there by missing the extra point. But now, if the defense can continue as it has in the first 2 series, then they may get the upper hand.
Tech's ball on the 28. Brandon Shaw takes it, throws wide in the right flat, complete, and we hit him right away around the 33. Harvey Middleton hit by young Champ Bailey, the cornerback. He whipped it across, and they got about 5 on the play. No, they got 6, and it's going to be 2nd down and 4. Shaw just simply straightened up and hit Middleton way over in the right flat and isolated him one-on-one. Rogers is the running back. They are 2nd down and 4. Tech on their own 34. They're 9 points down very late in the third quarter. Going to take it and hand off to Rogers, and Rogers got outside of the 40 to the 45 to the 47. Just burst out there a dozen yards and a first down on a quick hitter outside, working our left end and left tackle. Corey Johnson had to trip him. Tech with the first down. 19-10. Tech is first down on their own 46. Now, are they going to start to move it? We struck them with a long one. Before that, neither team moving much, not at least in the third quarter. Shaw back to pass. Fires complete in the left flat to Middleton. And they got about 10 or 11. We knock him down on the 43. On our side of the field, it might be a first down. He threw to the left. Tech suddenly flying down the field. Orlando Sims and Champ Bailey got him. Ball in the 43. First down. Another first down for Tech. Got about 12. 44 seconds. Clock running less than that. And Tech is flying back down the field. They're trailing 19-10. Quarterback Brandon Shaw, two receivers right. And we jump offside, and then Tech's left guard moves, and they snap the ball. Let's see. Hondo had just mentioned that Jermaine had been really getting a jump with them and see if they would make some sort of an adjustment, and it looks like that penalty on the defense. Yep, they caught us going across.
First down.
Dogs are offside of the defense, penalized now back down to our 38. First and 5. Tech driving 9 points behind, and we just missed an extra point, which could hurt later on, but they missed a field goal early tonight. We've had a touchdown call back. Clock running. They're in an eye with a slot right. Georgia in a 4-4. Brandon Shaw going to take it and stop back and fire right in the middle, and we hit him, but it's complete on our 19. Harvey Middleton curling right to left. Corey Johnson hit him right away. Tech threw a perfect strike about 20 yards, 18 yards, and a first down. Clock stops with only 3 seconds to go, and Tech has come down the field about 60 yards real fast, and that's the end of the third quarter. End of the third quarter. Georgia 19, Georgia Tech 10. Timeout.
Scoreboard finds Miami leading Syracuse 35-17 in the third, and East Carolina 29-13 over North Carolina State in the third. And down to the sidelines we go now to Loran Smith. Loran.
Scott, Coach Joe Kynes is really into the game. He's working hard. He wants his defense to do what he says they're capable of doing. The defense is bending on this drive, but they got to bow their necks and not break. I've never seen Joe Kynes not work hard at the game, but he seems to be putting a little bit more into it tonight.
Tech will be first down on the Dogs 18 when time comes back in, which will be right about now. Somewhere in the first quarter, Tennessee and Vanderbilt were 0-0 on the Atlanta Journal-Constitution scoreboard. Charlie Rogers, the running back now. Got 2 tight ends, 1 running back. Dogs started to lean offside, but got back. Brandon Shaw handing to Rogers. And Rogers turned it into about a yard, maybe. Somebody missed him a yard behind the line. Somebody missed him right on the line, and then he leaned forward. Orlando Sims, a strong safety, had to make the stop. Some linemen missed him, and he got it to, well, maybe the 17.5. Second down, 9.5. Georgia broke down the right side of the Tech line that time. But Rogers, Charlie Rogers, a sophomore, kept his feet and danced around enough, staying over there. Now they give it to Rogers again. There's a hole, but we caught him from behind. The blocked man, Jason Ferguson, caught him by the ankle going in the hole at his left guard. And he leaned in and got what? Maybe a yard or so. They haven't put it down yet. Now they do. It's inside. It's about the same place. It's third down, 9.5 again. Georgia leads 19-10, and we are in the fourth quarter. We've only played a minute. Ferguson and then Jermaine Smith and then Corey Johnson tell the crowd to get behind the defense. Third down, Tech on the Georgia 18. Tech's 9 points down, and Brandon Shaw called time here. The Tech quarterback called time, and we'll go to the sidelines to talk to his coaches. Timeout. Pause for these words on the 18-yard line. Very, very early in this fourth quarter. 13:41 to play. Crowd comes up roaring for the defense. Tech breaks 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. They got 2 back, so they're a little offset. Brandon Shaw puts one man, Williams, in motion. Steps back to pass. We're coming on him, and they got him back around the 24. Dogs came through. Kirby Smart, one of the men. And Raymond Cooper, the defensive end, also a loss of back to the 24 of 6 yards. It's 4th down, and Tech will reach for a field goal with Brad Chambers. Tech going for a field goal that'll be held on the 31-yard line. Stallworth holds for Tech. 4th down and about 16 to go. Set it down, and the kick is looking to the left. He missed it. She hooked to the left. Tech has missed another field goal, and the Dogs have saved themselves with that one sack play primarily, and then a missed field goal. Timeout again. Pause for these words on the Georgia Bull. 24 and a half and a 1st down. Big Odell Collins is back in at the running back, and it's Robert Edwards with him. We have 2 running backs. Bobo underneath. Tech's got a man up on the corner, and we're going to give it to Edwards, pushing behind the blocking to the 25 and a half, maybe for a yard and a half, and that's about all. Tech sent a linebacker in and knocked Odell Collins down behind the line, and then Edwards didn't have enough blocking to go at left tackle. Tech's got a man hurt. It'll be 2nd and 9. Tech's defensive end, Simmons, is the man down.
Larry, I think that play was a broken play by Georgia. I think Odell Collins perhaps went the wrong way because both running backs went in the same direction this way. And then I saw Bobo, as they were walking back to the huddle, pointing to Collins that he was supposed to counter and go on the opposite side of the center. So it was some confusion in the backfield there, but Edwards was fortunate to still get 2 yards out of it and make a positive gain.
Ball is just touching the 26. 2nd down, 9, a short 9. 2 running backs, 3 wideouts now. Tech in a 4-3. Are they going to send somebody again? Now Bobo doesn't like what he sees, and Bobo calls timeout. Ball is up close to the 26, and another timeout. Timeout of the Georgia Bulldogs. Ball on the 26 when time will come in. Kids still standing around and waiting to play. 2nd down, a short 9. Dogs with a 9-point lead, 19-10. After that last play, I think Odell Collins has stayed in that huddle. I think Robert Edwards came out. But let's see what they've done. They are still huddled. Been a barrage of timeouts here in the early minutes, 2.5 minutes of this 4th quarter. 19-10, 9-point lead. The only scoring done so far in the 2nd half was that strike to Juan Daniels thrown long down the middle. Tech has missed a very critical field goal to add on to the other missed field goal earlier. Dogs missed an extra point. Georgia shotgun. Bobo takes it, sprints to the right, throws complete, but they hit him on the 29 and drive him back 10 yards. Jimmy Clements hit him. He hit Juan Daniels over in the right flat about 3 yards before they drove him back, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 6 or so. Ball across the 29, and they have to take it out to the 35 for a 1st down. Tech's defense has really been tough. We loaded 3 receivers right that time and threw to one of them. Now we got 3 to the left and 1 to the right. Tech's in a 5-back thing. They're coming up on a corner, and Bobo tried to run an option and just got eaten up and got no gain. Tech brought a man up in the corner, brooking one of those linebackers. There is no running game so far in this 2nd half. Ball back for about a 1-yard loss to the 29. It'll be 4th down, 6. And Georgia will have to punt it away. Just cannot move. And Dax Langley in to punt. Nathan Perriman is the single safety for Tech. Remember, early in the game, in the first 2 minutes and 14 seconds, he ran one back, 71 yards. The snap and the kick is a good high spiral. Perriman drops back, takes it. One man missed him, the second man hit him, but they're dropping flags all over the place now. After they tackle and were spinning him around on the 25, they were coming on him. 46-yard kick. 2-yard return. Let me see what the call is. Champ Bailey, one of the men that hit him. Didn't we give him enough room to catch it, which might be a guess on this penalty? Been a lot of penalties in this second half, too.
Fair catch interference on the kicking team.
One of our men was down too close. There's no doubt about that.
Well, he didn't call a fair catch.
No, he didn't.
But he said fair catch interference.
I know. The official goof. Well, the official's getting tired, too, now. Ball comes out to the 31.5. 10:48 to play. It's 19-10. Tech breaks out of the huddle. Big Page gets over the ball. Their quarterback is Brandon Shaw. At 3 wideouts, they are in an eye. Going to hand to the tailback, and there goes Rogers at left tackle, and Georgia won't let him move. Brandon Talbert, the linebacker, met the charge. Bright, the other linebacker, was there as well. Tech's got a man down. Seelage, the right guard, is down, and Tech comes out to him. The play went out to the 32.5. They got a yard, second down. 10:36. Tech with a man down. I have nothing else on Tennessee and Vanderbilt. I think Southern Cal starts later tonight. Southern Cal and Notre Dame. Tennessee and Vandy late in the first quarter are 0-0 with 5:40 left in the first quarter. East Carolina is 29-16 on NC State in the Atlanta Journal-Constitution scoreboard.
Jermaine Smith there, Larry, with Szilagyi down on the ground. Those two guys have been battling all night long, and Smith was over to see about him. And even though they're competitors on the field, Smith showing a little bit of compassion there as he walked over to check on the Georgia Tech guard to see if he was okay.
Tech player is sitting up now. Football's on the 32.5, second down. They'll help him up and probably lead him off. Let's see. The way he's standing, he's going to have to favor an ankle or a foot as he comes off. Loran, what do you got?
Well, you know, in our pregame show, Georgia Tech's George O'Leary said that Tech was a beat-up ball club, and they're getting into that period now in the game, 10 minutes left, when they have had real problems in the last 4 or 5 weeks. So this is a critical area. Georgia needs to put the pressure on, really attack, because what you do in a game like this, if you get a little opening, you get a little momentum, and you get a little confidence that you can maybe score. Right now, Tech's got to score twice to get ahead of Georgia. So this is a very critical series right here. Stop them here and run some clock off, and then you really put the pressure on them.
Tech 2nd and 9, just shy of their own 33. One back. 2 men split right. Now a man in motion left to right. We bring a man up on a corner. Brandon Shaw back to pass. Dumps one out incomplete over here on the right. Intended for Chris Myers, a big tight end. We were covering him. They threw it low in front of him. Tech will be third down. Dogs lead 19-10.
Georgia may have gotten a break that time. Linebacker Brian Jones covering the Tech tight end, Chris Myers. And as Myers came out for his pattern, Jones kind of grabbed his jersey for a couple of yards, got away with it.
Myers is 6'7". Georgia Tech 3 wideouts, 2 right and 1 left. There are 2 backs back there. Shaw is underneath. We're bringing our linebackers up. They put a man in motion. Brandon Shaw coming back to pass. One man misses him behind the line. He runs out to the right and fires. It is complete, and it might be a first down on the 42. Harvey Middleton. Glenn Ford hit the receiver. Jason Ferguson, our big tackle, was getting Shaw 1 second later behind the line. Tech just threw about an 11-yarder and a first down.
Well, he really got a good spot on that. I think he got the first down, but I don't think he was quite up as far as they spotted the football.
Ball about a foot or so over the 42. Georgia Tech up to the line. They're 9 points down. One running back, two wideouts. Brandon Shaw gives it to him. C.J. Williams. He tried to cut back in the middle, and red jerseys knock him down in there, and he doesn't get much. Ferguson and Smith are defensive tackles with a pretty good push in there. Ramon Cooper, the end, had crossed over. Talbert and Bright were there. 2nd and 10. Tech interchanging those running backs. Charlie Rogers now is back in there for C.J. Williams. Not better than 9 minutes to play yet. 19-10. Georgia by 9. Shaw underneath. Going to take it. Stop. Pumps one. Rolls to the right. And we chase him. And one man got him back on the 30. A diving Ramon Cooper, a junior out of Birmingham, Alabama, sacked him. Got him by the leg from behind and just barely pulled him down. 10, 12 yards behind the line. Back to the 30. A long loss, and now it's 3rd down. He's limping a little, and they may change a quarterback here. He's limping a little. No, he's all right. He stays in. John Myers came in, and one of the receivers, C.J. Williams, is back into the running back. 3rd down for Tech. Long yardage, better than 20. 19-10. Georgia leads. Crowd comes up to cheer for the defense again. Tech 4 wideouts. They are in a shotgun. Shaw takes it and drops back. And one man got him. Came off the blocker. Ramon Cooper again. Tripped him from behind on the 23. The same guy. That transfer from the western part of the conference got him by the ankle back on the 24. Another 6-yard loss, and Tech on 4th down will line up to punt it away. Rodney Williams to punt. Tech is 4th down and very long now, back on their own 24. And the kick is a good low spiral. McCraney backs up a little, got one partial block, scoots straight ahead and gets hit hard on the 43. Got enough of a block to get him about 10 yards, and it's Georgia's ball, leading 19-10. They may mark it closer to the 44. 43-yard punt and a 10-yard return. They put it down to the 44.5. And television, it gets a boo from the crowd now as they call another timeout. Pause for these words on the Georgia Bulldog Radio Network. Oh. Atlanta Journal-Constitution scoreboard. Miami 35, Syracuse 24 in the 4th. East Carolina 29, NC State 16 in the 4th. Loran, what do you got?
Bill Goss of the SEC is handling the timeouts over there. He's the TV coordinator down on the field. I told him a moment ago, I said, Bill, you all quit calling those TV timeouts. It's cold. And he was shaking when he talked to me. He's ready to go, too. And Georgia's offense needs to go right now.
Dogs walk up to the line on their own 45, a football an inch inside. We have one running back, two wideouts. We run a toss sweep to pass and give him a block, and he cuts back in 6-7 yards before they wrestle him down the 48. We ran the plays that we ran so well in the first half, which we tried to run in the 3rd quarter. Robertson, a linebacker, and Miles an end. Pulled Patrick Pass down, but not until he crossed midfield and got to the Tech 48. And it'll be 2nd down and about 3, but it's a short 3. It's about 2.5. Ball's inside the 48. Pass came to the short side, the weak side of the field with one blocker. Adam Meadows playing even with that bad wrist. Dogs kind of a long huddle here. 6:58 is the clock. We lead 19-10. One running back, Patrick Pass. We go to pass, and we run him at the left guard, and he comes in, and the backers knock him down on the 43. But he found a hole at left guard. Tillman, the cornerback, and Robertson, the linebacker, got him. But Patrick Pass, who's slow to get up, got it across the 45 for a 1st down. Got about 4.5 yards. 1st down on the Tech 43. 6:41, the clock running. Put Edwards in, and Pass is limping slowly off the field. Pass hurt that ankle again, apparently. We're leading 19-10. They better watch the clock as they come up to the line. The clock is down to 8 seconds and running. We are on the 43. Hines Ward in motion. Bobo takes, toss sweep to Edwards, who wants to cut in and run. No room, but he leans forward and turns it into 2 yards. With Clements, a linebacker, yanking on him. Robertson, another linebacker also. We try to get him out to the right. There was no room, but he leaned in and got 2.5 yards. Second down. Loran?
Larry Patrick pass aggravated his ankle in the first half. They retaped it during the half, and they felt like that he'd be able to play, but it's obviously hobbling him pretty bad now. So I don't know that he'll get back in there. If he were to, he might not be effective, so I'm sure they're going to stay with those other backs.
Second down, 7.5. 2 receivers left, 1 running back. 1 man slotted short right. We go to Robert Edwards. No blocking. He's in trouble. He spins and fights and gets nothing. Went to the short side again. And Tech just bringing people up on those corners. If you got anything, you got a half yard. Let's see what they're going to give him. Play started in the vicinity of the 40. Robertson and Brooking, the linebacker, got him. They gave him a half a yard to the 44.5. Third down. 5:12 on the clock running. Georgia wants a first down right here bad. They lead 19-10. 5:07 to go. We ran the fullback, Selma Calloway, back in the lineup. 2 receivers left. The backs are offset. Callaway's behind the left tackle. Bobo drops back to pass and going to go for the same man, Juan Daniels, who dropped the ball. He turned around to catch a ball thrown short on the 9-yard line and couldn't hang on. He was being covered, and the ball wasn't going to get there, apparently. He came back to reach, Perriman covering, and could not hang on. That hurt. And on 4th down with 4:48 to go, Georgia will have to punt it away. Leading 19-10. Dax Langley to punt. Ball on the 39.5. 4th down, 7.5. Couldn't get that first down. Tech trying to set up a return. We kick a low spiral over Perriman's head. We chase it, but it got in the end zone. And Tech will bring it out and play on the 20. They have 4:45 to go. And it's 19-10. Tech will be first down to the 20-yard line. 9-point game. Tennessee, Vanderbilt again were 0-0, but there was about 5 minutes. Here they are, the end of the first. Tennessee and Vanderbilt are 0-0. East Carolina 35, NC State 23. They are in the 4th. Tech, 3 wideouts. Shaw, the quarterback. No, Hamilton's back in the quarterback. And hands off to Rogers, cutting in the middle, and they got 2.5 yards. Arantis Grant, a young linebacker, hit him. Joe Hamilton, for the second time tonight, trying to play at quarterback for Tech.
Well, Tech needs to start hurrying at this point, Larry, with only 4:29 to go. They've still got to score twice in this ballgame. They trail by 9.
Georgia Tech on their own 23. They got 3 on the play. Try to catch a sound asleep by shooting it up the middle. Second down. Hamilton back. Stops. Wants to throw. One man missed him. Throws on the run. Incomplete. And we're covering. Interference call from 2 different directions on the 30. Harvey Middleton came back, and we had a man, our cornerback Ford, all over his back on the 30-yard line. So Tech should have an automatic first down. First down for Tech. 4:07 to play, and it's 19-10. Ball set up on the 31-yard line. Tech first down. Charlie Rogers, a running back. Guba's a fullback. Rogers goes in motion. Quarterback underneath. Hamilton takes it and drops back to throw. Fires out to the left, complete over there on the 34-yard line, and the Dogs hit him on the 37. Arantis Grant, that linebacker on the right side, hit Charlie Rogers, a running back, after about a 6 or 7 yarder far across the left, about a 7 yarder up to the 38. 3:49 the clock running. Georgia leads 19-10. Tech is 2nd down and 3. They are on their 38. Quick snap. Hamilton drops back to pass again, looking. Throws long way down the field, and he had a man out there. Mike Sheridan beat our man 3 strides deep down the middle, and he overthrew him. With 3:26 to play, it'll be 3rd down and 3, and now this 3rd down becomes big for Georgia Tech.
Well, Georgia had heavy focus on Harvey Middleton that time. They had 3 guys on him, and our free safety, Corey Johnson, had left Champ Bailey all alone to cover Sheridan, and Sheridan had beaten everybody, and the pass was just overthrown, so a break for the Bulldogs.
3rd and 3 for Tech. Joe Hamilton, bad ankle and all, is up there on 3rd down on their 38. Long count. Now he hands straight up ahead goes Charlie Rogers. He was going to do a play action fake, and the Dogs knock it down right in there. Jermaine Smith primarily. Arandis Grant had an arm on him. They got it to the 38.5. It's 4th and 2 for Tech. 4th and 2, and they'll have to go for it here. Ball on the 38.5. They've got to go to just about the 41. 4th down, 2:55 on the clock running. We mass the defense. They're in a triple I, and they drive him in at right guard, and I think they got a 1st down by inches. It depends upon the spot. Charlie Rogers is blocking. They had 3 men, like in an I, and Bright and Sims were 2 of the men on the bottom. The ball is touching the 41. From up here, they made it by an inch or 2 because they didn't have to quite get it. They got a good spot, and I believe by 2 or 3 inches, they're going to have a 1st down with 2:46 to play. Tech lined up all 3 backs in a row. He gave it to the last back. And it is a 1st down by 4 or 5 inches. Tech trying to come down the field. 2:46 is the clock. They're in a shotgun, Tech is now, and they have 3 receivers. Snap to Hamilton. Hamilton back, fires over the middle, complete. Our 2nd man hit him on a 48. First tackler on the secondary bounced off him, but Greg Bright, the linebacker, hit Harvey Middleton coming across left to right. 7 yards, 2nd and 3. Tech in a hurry-up shotgun on their own 48. Our linebackers in the gaps. Hamilton fires low and incomplete. We hit the receiver a moment later on our 45. Middleton coming right to left. Corey Johnson hit him. Clock stopped. It's 3rd and 3. Tech on their 48 with 2:19 to go. Not many people have left this stadium, but a few have. But not many. 19-10 with 2:19 to play. Tech on their 48, just inside of it. 3rd down. They made that last 1st down by almost, not quite, the length of the football to keep themselves alive. They got C.J. Williams and Hamilton both back in that shotgun. Hamilton, the quarterback, takes the snap. He's going to run a quarterback keeper. He cuts back in the middle. 1 man missed him. A 2nd man grabs him on the 50 and drives him back. Let's see what kind of a spot. But his body may have leaned forward to Georgia's 49 or just outside of it with 2:02 to go, and we might have another very close spot in measurement. And it will be, is that tight? 1 inch. 1 inch shy of a 1st down. So Tech becomes 4th down and 1 inch with 2:02, and it's 19-10.
It was kind of an odd play or an odd decision by Hamilton with just a hair over 2 minutes to go. I know he's trying to get the 1st down, but Tech's got to think in terms of 2 scores. They needed a quick score, and then they're going to have to give the ball back to Georgia after that unless they feel pretty certain they're going to get an onside kick.
Tech 4th down and an inch on our 49.5. They're in an I with 3 wideouts. Now the clock starts. Hamilton will run a keeper. He fumbled the ball, and everybody dives on the 49. He dropped the ball as he was running a keeper for the 1st down, and let's see. He may have the ball, and he may have gained 6 or 8 inches, enough for a 1st down with 1:55. Ball is on the 49. It's a 1st down. 1:55.
1st and 10.
Tech on a slow, stubborn drive coming down. They go to shotgun. Hamilton. He takes the snap. We're coming on him. He fires complete in the left side. And Charlie Rogers is all the way down to the Dogs' 28-yard line, running left to right, coming down the hash mark. And just like that, on a quick little look-in, they got 22 yards. Kirby Smart got him. Tech hurries up to the line. They're on our 28. 1:40 and the clock running. Shotgun again. Hamilton back, looking, going to throw long down the left, and he missed a man breaking open Harvey Middleton in the left corner by a stride with 92 seconds to go. It'll be second down on the 28 and a half. Hamilton has taken Tech in a long drive in these closing minutes, but they've got to score and they've got to get a field goal. Second down, Tech up to the line. They're on our 28. Rogers had one running back lining up on each play as a receiver. Snap to Hamilton and a shotgun. He decides to run, breaking to the right. Fires, we almost intercepted. One of our guys, one of the corners, reaching for the ball on our 16-yard line, Ronald Bailey. He threw it behind Rogers, the running back, with 86 seconds to go. And it now becomes third down and 10 on the 28. Dogs lead 19-10. Third down, 10 for Tech on the Georgia 28 as they come up to the line. Hamilton's taken them in a fine-looking drive. 86 seconds. They're 9 points behind. Shotgun. Hamilton dropping back. Looks. Going to throw long for the corner, and off his hands. We may have tipped it in front of him. Harvey Middleton about 4 yards in the end zone. Alonda Sims was with him. He may or may not have touched it. We'll try and watch a replay. With 1:19, Tech will be fourth down and 10 there. There's an officials timeout now. The officials have called time. The receiver is hurt. Middleton is down. In looking at the replay, we couldn't tell if he tipped it with the end of his fingers or not. He hit his hands with the ball, apparently, even if it was tipped. The receiver, Middleton, is now starting to sit up. He's all right now as they pull him up. It was an official's timeout for Middleton, who will walk off the field. Dogs run another linebacker in there. They take Bright out. They run Lucky in there, Mike Lucky.
The ball is at the Georgia 28.
Fourth down 10 for Tech with 1:19, and it's 19-10.
10 yards to go.
79 seconds. Tech is 9 points behind as they walk up to the line, and they're in that shotgun again. C.J. Williams standing with the quarterback, Hamilton. 4 wideouts. Hamilton back to pass. As we come on him, he throws down the middle. It's juggled and dropped, or is it caught? Intercepted. The Dogs caught a deflected ball. Kirby Smart caught a ball off Mike Sheridan's hands on the 9-yard line. There was 3 red shirts and 1 white receiver falling there, and it's Georgia's ball. 72 seconds. They put it on the 10. Receiver went down and cut to his left. It hit his hands, and then the man behind him caught it right behind him and pulled it back. Kirby Smart pulled it into his chest. In the second quarter, Atlanta Journal-Constitution says Tennessee leads Vandy 7-0 in the second quarter. Dogs ball on the 10-yard line on a ball off the hands and caught by a defender behind the receiver. Georgia goes into a safe position, and Bobo kneels down and takes that loss on first down. And Tech will call time and stop the clock, and they've got, was that their last one? 1:08. And it should be second down and about 11. 19-10. Tech call time to stop the clock. 68 seconds.
Larry, Georgia's defense really came through in the second half. You could probably say they won this ball game here in the second half with the score 13-10, and Georgia only able to get 1 touchdown in the second half. The defense has come up huge on many different occasions. Unofficially, they've got 5 sacks of Georgia Tech's quarterback, most of them against Brandon Shaw, and Ramon Cooper has 2 of those sacks. He's got 7.5 on the year now, and he's had a An ultra big season for a guy that's not even on scholarship. Let's go down to the sidelines and Loran Smith. Loran.
Scott, I just talked to Louis Gainey, one of the stadium managers. He's been up in the press box, and he said, you know how important this game is to Dan McGill. He's cold up there, but he stayed for the whole game. He stayed for every play. I don't guess anybody appreciates Georgia having an opportunity for success against Georgia Tech more so than Dan McGill, the greatest Bulldog ever.
Ball on the 9-yard line. Georgia's 2nd and 11 on their own 9. Tech's out of timeouts. There's 68 seconds to go, and the Dogs lead 19-10. We're in that safe formation. The quarterback just simply takes it and then kneels down with a couple of backs around him for protection in case he drops it, and the clock is running now on the scoreboard and everything in favor of the Dogs here on a cold late night. 53 seconds and the clock running, and the Dogs lead 19-10 and did not give up a point in the second half. Tech missed one field goal.
Defense only gave up 3 in this ball game. They gave up 17 last week. Ole Miss defense scored twice last week, so the defense has really played well the last 2 weeks of the season.
3rd down on about the 8.5. We're in that safe prevent thing again, and flags down as he kneels down. They're going to stop the clock on this one. As he knelt down, there was movement. There's 24 seconds to go. Everybody crowding, and Tech hoping we'd do something funny, but they have no timeouts. Now they made a call on this one.
On the defense.
Offside on the defense.
Repeat 3rd down.
Repeat 3rd down, so it'll be 3rd down now. The ball comes up on about the 14. We don't really have time to run a play. 19-10. Dogs reaching for a win right at the end of the season. Ball sitting on 3rd down up there on the 13-yard line. And now they all come up and shake hands and hug each other. We won't even line it up because there's no time left. Georgia has defeated Georgia Tech 19-10. And the Dogs have won their 5th game of the year. And they will finish 5-6, and so will Tech finish 5-6. A lot of defense played here in this second half. Dogs win it 19-10. Scott Howard will recap the highlights next on the Georgia Bulldogs.